Ole, ole, ole. Welcome back to the show. Today is July 30th. And it's 8:30 and you're locked into the Checkin Habs, your up-and-coming Montreal Canadiens hockey podcast. If you bleed bleu, blanc, rouge, you're in the right place. This is where we break down current topics on the most legendary franchise in NHL history, your Montreal Canadiens. We're talking game recaps, player performances, trade rumors, prospect updates, lineup updates, and everything happening around the league that impacts the Habs. We stream live usually every Thursday, but this will be our last episode of the season. We're taking a little break during August and probably coming back sometime in September. So until then, you can make sure you subscribe and follow us and turn on notifications so you never miss a drop. In the owner's suite, you have yours truly, Mr. Brian. And let's introduce tonight's starting lineup. We have Steve.
What's up, guys? Steve. How you doing?
We got Pascal.
Yes, good night, everybody.
And we have Tony.
What's up, everybody?
All right, Habs Nation, let's check in with the Habs. All right, guys, so last season, we had a pretty good, crazy season, I guess. We pretty much streamed almost every week and took towards the end with every 2 weeks, but I think we all deserve a little break. And it's kind of slow, the news. Kind of slow.
The new news.
Besides what happened yesterday in the...
just new news, but there's
always rumors, I guess.
Yeah, rumors.
There's always rumors.
Yeah, rumors are always there.
All right, so let's pop up tonight's topics. All right, let's start off. Stay patient or make a move. Are the Habs right to be patient for the right move, or should they act aggressively now? The Canadiens have been linked to several players this offseason, yet Ken Hughes has remained disciplined and resistant making a move simply for the sake of making one. With strong cap space and a promising prospect pool, is it time to push for a trade or stay patient? Who wants to start off?
Go ahead, Tony, go ahead.
Well, I don't think, there's, for me, I have an answer to this, but Montreal is always going to be on the phone. It's like every other GM, they're always going to continue to be on the phone and trying to find a way to better your team or anything you could do, right? Because that's what their job is. But they've put themselves in a good position, and they're also, to me, they're still in a rebuild. Until they're cup contenders, like real cup contenders. They've jump to that next phase where they're competing now, but they're still building, they're still adding pieces. So for me, it's still rebuilding. So it's still part of the rebuild, even though it's not officially a rebuild anymore. So but they're so advanced on where they projected to be at this point in time, right? You guys agree with me?
100%.
Yes, I do.
So and with what they did and the players that have evolved so far, I think it's good that they're patient. They said if the right guy comes along, the right player that fits what they're looking for, and not just as a player, but as a skill, but as a culture, they're gonna dish out what they need to dish out in order to bring that move. So, but I don't think just making a move just to please the fan or just to say we're making a move because everyone else made a move this offseason is the right thing to do, and I think that's what they're doing. So for me, patience is that's what they're doing. We don't know if something's gonna happen, but they're staying patient. So if something comes along, why not?
I think they got all the cards in their hands, and they're ready to just dish it out when they need to.
And it's not like, sorry to cut you off. Yeah. It's not like I don't think they were not trying to make a move. I'm pretty sure throughout the offseason and even throughout the trade deadline, there was stuff that they wanted to do. It just didn't happen, or it just didn't work out, or they weren't in agreement. So they're just not going to move forward. They're not going to get ripped off just because somebody wants to trade with them, right? So
that's the problem with the league right now. It's like everybody's overpaying and it's shooting each other in the foot. They've made anyway. I guess we're gonna go afterwards and talk about these contracts that are getting a little ridiculous.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
But in general, I think these guys, the management their criteria is to be lean and clean here on their freaking contracts. and they're not gonna push that button until it's the proper. Because we have so much in the pipeline in back of us to let go for what? Is it gonna be the right fit? We don't even know, type of thing. So
they do need to get somebody to play with Demidov. Like, you guys agree, right?
100%,
Like it would be nice, but they can't just get anyone and then just mess up the whole plan. Because especially the way they're sitting now, which we'll talk about later, they're sitting pretty. So if they can continue this the course, eventually there's going to be an opportunity there where we have to go see Montreal, right? So, because of the way they're structured right now.
The thing is, right now, as we speak, is Montreal. I mean, there's not that many players that can fit the mold that Montreal right now, right? We all know we need a center, right? If you look at the availability, Larkin, he's a good player.
Or a winger.
Yeah, or a winger. But right now, what is available and the availability that that is on the market, how much will it cost? And the thing is, if ever you want to go get a top player, you have to pay you have to pay young gunners. And if ever you start doing that, then you're going to start destroying what you have right now. So it is important for us to be patient, yes, but you need to have the beads on the table in order for you to take the decisions, right? If ever you have if ever you would have 4 or 5 centermen that would be there, and then that they really can help, then they would probably consider making a move. But right now, I think that it's better off being patient and start off the season and see what's going to happen.
Yeah. Or I think they're going to try and push more for a winger if they can, and then try to work with Kapanen, and then Michael. I think Michael Age is good. He when he came into a rookie camp this year, he was the best player there. I think he's ready for the NHL.
Yeah.
And he's looking good, man.
He's looking good. Yeah. So
I hope he's going to change his mind. I'm not sure if he will, but I hope.
Okay. There was a rumor. I don't know if it's true. So hear me out. They said apart from all the other reasons that he wants to go back, he wants to play another year, he wants to be a leader. He was hurt. Blah 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 blah. He also wants to play with his brother, right? But it doesn't look like his brother's playing next year with Michigan. So, yeah. So plus the fact, money-wise, he's making more money in the in NCAA than he would in Laval because of the way they pay players now, right? So if he knew his mind, his train of thought was, if I'm not going to make the Canadiens, I'm going to be playing in Laval, make more money in college, right? But if the rumor is right, maybe he might reconsider. He has until the beginning of the season to change his mind, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it would be nice. I mean,
training camp.
Obviously, if ever he does a training camp and he sees that he has a shot, right? Obviously, they're gonna.
He's making the team. He's making the team. If he goes to training camp, he's making the team.
I hope so.
We need a second line center.
That I agree with you.
If you have to pick between Kapanen and Hage, nothing against Kapanen because he had a great season, 20 goals. Yeah. It's not a fluke.
Yeah, no, it's not. But I mean, I think that Hage is more appropriate as a centerman,
even size-wise and the way he plays, right?
Right.
Plus, Kapanen, as much as he's center, he plays more like a winger.
Yeah.
Right? And in regards to the style of play that Demidov plays, who's a winger, plays more like a center. It should blend well together, but Michael Hage was fit better on that line, I think.
So if ever Montreal does not make any move and we start the season, right? So we all know what the first line is.
Yeah.
But what would be the second line?
It would be Demidov, Kapanen, and probably Texier. No? Or Newhook.
Newhook, maybe.
One of those two, that interchangeable.
The thing is
you want Newhook on that third line, right? Then he's in his proper position. So you get yourself a winger, and you can get Kapanen centering that line, and you can get Newhook playing on that third line, which is ideal, right?
How about breaking the first line and put in someone on the second line?
That's an opportunity.
You need to have
Demidov on that first line.
Yeah. The thing is, if we put Demidov on the first line, it's the same. We have the same problem.
Yeah.
If you have two good forwards,
Slav has to come down. Slav has to come.
I would think it would be appropriate because all your eggs in the same basket. Demidov, I'm not saying the other two are not talented, but Demidov needs to play with a talented player. Obviously, if he goes on the first line, it's good. Obviously, right? We have a lot of talent. But on the second line, we still have that problem. But if ever you have two gunners on each lines, it makes it easier for the coach to be able to play both lines.
The reason it's so concerning because we're such in a competitive division.
Yeah.
Which I still think they're going to compete if they don't do anything, but which we'll get to on the next topic.
Exactly.
But I don't think it would be such a big issue if we were in the Metropolitan or the Pacific or any other or the Central, right? It's because of our division, and every team improved on the offseason except for Montreal. They improved, but it was more internally, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So let me ask you. So there's talks about we're gonna get to after Marinchenko and stuff. But let's say whatever GMs are calling stuff. Do you think any of the core players, meaning, I'm talking about Demidov, Slav, Suzuki, Caulfield, Letson, you think any of these guys are on the chopping block, or you're looking at more of the prospects on the chopping block?
Well, it depends who you're asking for, right? And we'll get to that.
Well, yeah, I'm sure they want someone significant. They don't. For someone to be in the second line, that's be someone significant. They're not just going to do these little trades that pretty much are getting the same.
Everyone who's I'm pretty sure, and this is what's been everybody speculating. Everyone who's communicating with Montreal, I think they're asking for players like Hage, right? And Montreal won't just trade Hage for just anybody. It's got to be the right guy, right?
Yeah, but I'm asking, who do you think is on the chopping block? Even though let's just say it's a decent player he's a significant name. Like who do you think would be packaged in?
It depends. Depends who you're trading for. Like if you're getting just a second line center or a second line winger, that's okay, but he's not better than your first line. You're not gonna go give up top prospects. You'll give up something, But
I know, but I'm just asking for names. Like you think like Zorowski is tradable, Reinbacher.
Yeah, Reinbacher's tradable. Zorowski is tradable because if you
don't think they want to keep him and see where he goes. You think
they do if they don't have anything. But the thing is, if you want to add somebody that's NHL ready now, he's more expandable than somebody like Hage, where centers are hard to come by, and get your winger and then you have your center. You wait another year, right? Because it's a harder position to find. Just like right D defenseman is harder than left D defenseman. So yeah, so even players like Caulfield could eventually, but right now I don't see that top line being touched. Hudson's an untouchable. Dobson's an untouchable.
Dobish.
Gleb is not touched at all. Okay, Gleb is not going anywhere.
He decides when he gets traded.
Dobish and Fowler would not be untouchables. They could easily be traded if the right move comes along. Either or, Dobish or Fowler. It's
yeah, you think?
Yeah, because they have two. So
well, I know you like Fowler, but
I like both.
Has he proven himself enough to be
indispensable?
Yeah, but
that's what I'm saying.
You can say the same thing about Dobish. It's one season. Let's see what he does now.
Right now, I feel more confident with him.
Yeah, because he's got more experience. But they got two great goalies, and don't forget. They're not just saying Fowler is the future just because they like him better. The guy's proven himself. He's great. Just like we used to talk about Carey Price in the past, right?
Okay.
So he's got some pedigree, right?
What are we trying to say? What's the untouchable guy?
That first line is untouchable right now.
Okay, so
right?
it's we're talking the first line.
Demidov.
Yeah, of course, 100%. Well, right now, who knows?
Hudson, Dobson, obviously they're not.
Hudson and Dobson.
Don't touch.
That's about it. Everyone else
is a possibility.
Yeah, unless it's like a major trade, then you have to consider your other players, right?
That's what fits. We're talking about Crosby.
Yeah, you need, and age would need to be a significant player that is on the market that is worth trading for.
Yeah, but Montreal is not looking for somebody who's on the market or a UFA. The way they've been building, they want somebody with one more year term so they can extend and get that 8 years. or somebody with term already, right? And somebody that fits the age and the mold, right? We've seen that with all the pickups. So unless it's an off the wall trade, like you were saying, like I'm not saying it's gonna happen like a McDavid, then everything's off the on the table. Yeah.
Who knows in that case?
But I don't think that's happening.
No, not anytime soon. Then.
Even if it's gonna be difficult, especially the way they're building. I would stay the course.
Right, we have a lot of topics, so we're gonna have to.
Yeah, let's go.
I have to control the time on each one. Okay, everyone. Any last words on?
No.
Well, there's other people in the room, though.
For me, no.
You gotta get that whistle. What is it? The whistle that you use for Tony?
I'm sorry, bullying.
What I meant was no for me.
Okay, so
2 minutes for being impatient.
thank you very much. What I was gonna say was, Gleb is not going anywhere. Okay,
I tell you when I go. All right, let's move on. Can Habs compete in the Atlantic? Can the Habs remain competitive in the Atlantic Division without adding new players? The Atlantic Division is tough, with many teams making significant off-season changes while the Canadiens have largely stood pat, relying on internal growth. Can this young core navigate another season without an impact addition? What do you guys think? You think Montreal
Are they going to compete? Definitely. They will compete. They will be in the mix, but they're not going to be on the top and they're not going to make 106 points next year. I'm sure. I don't think they're going to make 106 points.
I agree 100%.
Not with all the
in their division. Who improved besides Florida?
Obviously, yeah, Panthers. Yeah, Buffalo is going to remain probably the same.
Florida was already great. This is filled with injuries last year, so they were already a strong team.
Yeah.
Just that they got back most of their players, and they tweaked and added some great.
Besides Florida, who got meaner?
Tampa Bay is still going to be somewhat competitive. I'm half about Buffalo still. But
is Toronto gonna rock the
Toronto's
house?
Gonna try. Yeah, they have 2 years on what's his name, Matthews contract. So they need to compete, and they did some good moves, right?
Yeah,
sure.
And now there's rumors that maybe they're gonna try and get Werenski if he decides he wants to ever leave, right?
Oh gosh.
I don't know.
Did Ottawa improve?
No.
Well, we don't know what they're doing yet with all those draft picks.
Yeah.
But
I would think
Ottawa's
right
not
now,
going to make the playoffs.
No, I don't think so. I would think that Florida, Buffalo, Montreal, Tampa Bay is in there. Toronto's going to be competitive. Never leave the Boston Bruins out. Never, because every single year we say they're going to be on the bottom, and they always manage to be there. So
plus they have Pasternak, right? And they need to keep them competitive.
Yeah. So,
but did they improve? So far in the offseason.
No, but they have the team.
Boston.
They have the team just like Montreal. If they stay the same, to still Montreal
can
finished third, right?
Compete. Yeah, they can still compete. Obviously, Red Wings is going to be tough this year.
Tougher?
That is going to be. I think so.
I don't think he's leaving though Larkin anymore.
Well, with Yzerman leaving, there's
Did you hear what tweet came out? Was it today or yesterday? The Red Wings put out an official tweet on. Was it on Twitter? Tweet or something? Happy birthday to Dylan Larkin.
Really?
It's maybe like publicly way of showing face, to try and show the public, look, we're mending, because they did indirectly fire Yzerman, right? So maybe the issue with him wanting to leave is because he didn't agree with the direction Yzerman was taking the team, right? So maybe they're gonna say, listen, we did this, please stay. So maybe
wow,
I don't know.
What's the news on that? Is Larkin
there's no
still...
news.
The thing is, if ever he leaves, he's still not going to make the playoffs. And the reason why he wants to leave is because he wants to make the playoffs. Is he going to want to have another rebuild? Because that's where they're going, right?
What bothers me, he wants to leave, but he's not providing. He's being limited to the teams he wants to go with. It pisses me off for these no trade clauses, right? So like. You can't be a dick about it,
Yeah.
So, and that's why Yzerman, when he first made it, goes, he's gonna move if he wants to move. I'm not gonna just move him because he wants to move, or else he's gonna show up at the training camp. and it kind of caused bad blood. And I think it eventually that comment must have been a nail in his coffin. But I have a feeling with the tweet that came out yesterday or today, I don't think he's going to be moving anytime soon.
Okay, so Detroit, who else is on this list now? The Islanders, they're always going to be okay-ish, you know. I don't know if they're going to make the playoffs.
They're not making the playoffs.
If I look at if we look at the conference, then Carolina is very strong. Still,
Yeah,
I mean,
100%.
obviously,
conference.
Carolina.
Washington's gonna have a good
Oh
team.
my gosh, Washington's looking really
Yeah.
good,
Yeah.
actually.
The Rangers might probably have a good talent.
We'll see. But I don't think Rangers are.
I would think I have my list for the top 8 in the conference. I think Carolina, Florida, Washington, Buffalo, Montreal, New York, Tampa, and Toronto. These are the teams that I think are going to make it. So, and
New York or the Islanders, you said?
New York Rangers.
Rangers? Okay. Because I don't think the Islanders...
No.
Like, apart from Schaefer, if it was, and then they barely made it, then they have a lot of work to do.
And don't get me wrong, we might have surprises like Pittsburgh. You never know. I mean,
That's true.
they come out of nowhere. But right now, if I look at the strong team in the East, this is what I see. And I would think Montreal would be between 5-6 in the conference. About. That's the call I have for next year. If we stay as we are, and we're going to start the season, and God knows what's going to happen, right? You know, some teams that are very good might get injuries. You know, there's always things that are
This could be a terrible season for the Habs. People get injured.
Definitely.
Could be a terrible season.
Injuries really.
I don't want, God forbid.
Look
but-
at Florida last year. They really got in the teeth, man.
We all know who's going to go on the injury list for Montreal. The first one.
Oh, stop it. Kirby again.
Let's not jinx it. I have a feeling if he doesn't get traded, he's gonna.
That's the reason why I'm saying this, is because if we talk about it, it's not going to happen.
Anticipated, it won't happen.
Reverse psychology.
Exactly. And then people are going to write down, why Pascal, you told that he was getting injured and he has like 85 points this year.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, we're dreaming.
That'd be amazing.
Just 50 would be amazing.
Canadian Warhol 33. A huge hello from Barrie, Ontario, Canada.
What's
go
up?
Habs, go.
What's up? Hey.
What's up?
What's up?
Welcome.
He asks, what do you guys think about Protz and Pickford, the two defenseman prospects?
I like Pickford a lot.
Yeah.
Pickford's crazy
Yeah.
good. He just got surgery though, eh? But imagine he was playing with his shoulder like a bit busted up.
Oh, yeah?
And he got all those points. He killed in the WHL there, destroyed it. But I hope that that he becomes like a superstar as well as
When you finish second scorer of the league as a goal, as a defenseman.
as a defenseman.
That's
That's
awesome.
insane.
Yeah.
He has a,
But Montreal's not going to be super worried about pushing him to get into the team because they're looking more for defensive defensemen rather than their offensive core set. They have
we have
Hudson and Dobson, and if one of them gets hurt, Matheson comes right back and he could do it.
Exactly.
He's taking a different role, but Matheson is a star.
We know that he's able. He's a rover. He's able. He's able
Great
to do
word,
it.
great word.
He's
Mike
a rover.
Matheson is a gem. You know, did you see that interview? Like,
Yes.
they were talking about it. I think this morning also on TSN.
He replayed it. It was from a few months ago.
Well, anyways, how he just went on to talk about Lane Hudson, letting him, shine, because that was his role the year before, pretty much, was on the power play. And instead they said, you know what, who am I to say no to this guy kind of thing,
He's better than me at it.
Yeah, let him shine, and stuff. So,
and I'll find another way to help the team.
It's exactly what he
Great
did.
attitude.
Yeah.
That's what you want in your team. You want these type of players because you know you're going to go somewhere with guys. If ever you start thinking about individual and only by yourself, it's not gonna work.
There's a reason there's an A on his jersey.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Great leadership.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
leadership.
There's a reason.
And you know what? It doesn't mean because Hudson took his place indirectly that he doesn't shine as a player. He does what he has to do, and he's
Matheson?
and he's in the right chair, and he's doing and as a leader and a veteran of the team, that's what you want to see.
Yeah.
This is what you want.
He took on a different role and he embraced it and he killed it. He doesn't come off the penalty kill. He plays the whole penalty kill. and he's great at it. So like Montreal think, okay, now we have to put him somewhere else where he was good, but we need to put Hudson there, and he still excelled. It's not, for me, it's not a player that I would want to get rid of, not only because of his versatility, but also because of his experience. He also brings that veteran aspect of the team, especially now that Gallagher's gone. You know,
Yeah,
he's still a veteran, right? Yeah,
We
you
need
know,
guys like that.
right? You guys agree?
Yeah, 100%. Prots I don't know about, by the way.
I was going to ask if anybody knew about Prots.
No
Be
clue.
aware.
Not much. I'm gonna take a quick look.
Sorry, Canadian Warhol. We don't know much about Prots. But probably going to show up. I thought it shows AHL players.
Uh,
You know, we're talking about Madison, what he's doing and what he is accomplishing now. I think he took the role of Savard a little bit, you know, like,
Also,
you know, like,
yeah,
he,
yeah,
like as a
yeah,
lead,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
the good veteran that takes care of the players, and, you know, like he's the
manages the blue line.
you know, like we were afraid that when he decided to retire, you know, who would take that role? And I think Matheson is
It's not exactly that role because they do play a different style of game.
yeah, I'm not talking
but
about,
I see where you're coming from. Yeah.
I'm not talking about on the ice. I'm talking off ice.
Oh, only off the
yeah,
okay,
off ice, because on the ice,
off
obviously,
the ice, 100%.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, exactly.
That's why I'm
Yeah.
saying that veteran role.
Yeah.
Because now it's just him and Anderson, right? That are the
the
veteran,
old
the old guys.
I mean, the old guys.
They're still
basically.
young, but
yeah.
So you guys
Again-
agree that if they don't add a piece, they can still be competitive, right?
I think they can still be contenders.
They're
man.
not talented, you know.
Yeah, they have enough talent to compete. That there's no doubt about it. The only thing is we hope that the first 10, 15 games are going to be good for us. And we also have a very good schedule this year compared to other teams, right? The back-to-backs and everything. So it makes a big difference. So it may turn out to our advantage.
We have a 50-goal scorer,
Yeah.
and we have a 100-point player, and that third line plus Demidov. But he protected 67 points this year, and he's projected to keep evolving.
Yeah.
And this was his rookie year.
Yeah.
So if he can hit close to 100,
That would be
I don't,
insane.
you know.
Even if he hits 80 points, that would be amazing. And you spoke about the 100-point, you spoke about the 50-goal scorer, you talk about Demidov. How about Hudson? We all know he's gonna do something insane next year.
Let me ask you a question. What's the best contract in the NHL right now?
Oh, he's the one. You know what?
Lane Hudson.
By far.
Yeah, there's. I heard there was someone that calculated who had the best contract of the NHL, and Lane Hudson finished first, obviously. And they calculated. I mean, they did a lot of different calculations, and they were saying that he was worth roughly $20 million.
Yeah,
You know.
they said 20. I think it was like 22.5 or
22,
something.
yeah,
Yeah,
20.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
They did calculations of the best contracts in the NHL, right? With the statistics and the time of
comparing it to other existing contracts and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then they did some statistics, and Lane Hudson was the best contract of the NHL.
Mm-hmm.
And with all the statistics that they put on together, the salary that he was supposed to be getting was roughly between, let's say, $20 to $22.5 million.
Yeah.
Okay, the salary.
His market
Okay,
value.
Market
That's what I was
value.
getting when you were
Yeah.
saying about 20. Okay,
Yeah.
it was salary. Okay,
Salary,
okay.
yeah. So,
That's nuts,
I mean,
man.
obviously, he's
When he saw that report, he was like, "Fuck! What did I do?"
No, right here, they're buying into a culture because they're leaving money on the table.
Yeah.
So when Montreal needs to make a move, they have money to get that
Definitely,
player because
yeah.
they're gonna have to
Yeah, I know.
overspend,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They know they're gonna have to overspend.
It's called a joke, Tony.
I don't think. Yeah.
It's called a joke.
I don't think that
Idiot.
when players see Carlson and Bedard, Celebrini signing these contracts, I don't think they're banging their heads on the wall saying,
No.
"Oh my God!" I don't think so.
Nah.
You know, I think that, I mean, the market is there. Obviously, Celebrini we all agree that, I mean, if ever the Carlson contract would have not.
Let's keep celebrating it till later on.
But
Well, it's still the largest
contract.
contract. Carlson's contract. It's still the largest contract because it's 100 and something million. It's an 8-year contract. Celebrini is only
but
5.
it's the most per year, right?
Celebrini is the most per year.
Yeah, per year. Yeah.
All right, so we all decided that even if the Habs stay as they are today, they can still be a competitive team in the Atlantic Division.
Absolutely.
All right, I just want to hit back. Do you guys back to Canadian Warhol? Do you guys think Florian will get some reps?
Yes, I think he's even gonna probably start the season. With
Me
the
too.
team.
I think so, and I hope so, and I want to.
Well, I think it's either between him and Owen Beck. I think
They're
Florian,
kind of fighting. It's kind of them fighting for the position.
Well, the thing is this, Tony, that Florian is missing that step on his skates. Okay, he's missing some of that elite stuff. He's amazing. He's gonna be rough and
but
stuff.
where are you gonna fit in Beck? That's the thing right now.
I
That's the
understand, but like he has more. He's more refined than Florian.
He's a centerman. Where are you gonna where are you gonna put him?
I don't know.
No, but I think Steve's just saying if there is a spot,
Yeah.
you think Owen Beck will get the call before Florian?
Yeah, I
For
think
For a
Toughness.
so.
call up, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Owen Beck will get the call, especially if it's got to be a center.
Mhm.
But I
Guys,
think
we
there's an
need
opportunity for him to start the season on that fourth line.
We need toughness.
Yes,
We need toughness.
that fourth line needs to be. Yeah,
I mean, it's
you can protect him. He's playing on the fourth
We
line.
have the talent. The talent is there. You don't have to shop for the talent. It's there. Now we need toughness. You need to build. You need the thing that we need is toughness. We need a big centerman. We need a big guy, and we need toughness on the third and fourth line, so we can balance it off and making sure that our top players are playing hockey and they're not getting bothered. It's whole time hockey. I know it, but I stand by it. I mean,
I agree with you 100%. That's what we need.
Canadian Warhol says, imagine even Cappy takes off this season. The possibility.
exactly.
James
Yeah,
Harley Rodriguez
cool.
says hi. Hey, James.
Hey,
Hey, James.
Canadian Warhol, LOL. 321 random. Hi, I'm watching your stream.
Thanks for watching.
Glad you are.
Cool.
Thanks for watching.
I love that.
At least you're nicer than the other guy on the other comments here. He's calling us gay. You guys are boring. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
There's another guy in the vertical stream calling us the name calling
You're
us.
pretty boring too, buddy.
All right, guys. Guys, if you're enjoying the show so far, don't forget to hit subscribe and give us a like. Make sure you tune in every Thursday, but not right now. We're taking a break, so hopefully tune in every Thursday in September. All right, guys.
But not right now. We're taking
Not
a
right
break.
Taking a break right now.
All right, next topic: who to protect in the expansion. First of all, I didn't even know until like 2 days ago or yesterday. Tony told me that there might be an expansion team next year.
No, not next year.
Next season.
There might be an expansion draft at the end of next season. Got it. But not an expansion team.
Got it. Who should the Habs protect in a potential expansion draft at the end of this coming season? If the NHL moves forward with expansion, every team will be facing challenging decisions regarding which players to protect. With success in the rebuild, the Habs may have difficult choices ahead and may be forced to expose quality players. If you guys were the GM, who would you protect?
Let me put out some context here before you guys provide who you think you'd want to protect. So, the NHL obviously wants to continue to expand, right? So right now they've been in negotiation since the Board of Governors meeting, which happened a few months ago, with Texas, right? And the potential that team that they would like to bring in is Houston. So it would be a second team in Texas, but with a strong consideration that it can also be Austin. Okay, so it's either going to be Austin or Texas, and they've been asked, what about Quebec and coming back in the Canadian market? It won't happen. It's not that they don't want. Their main thing is they can't find a viable buyer who wants to put in the amount necessary to bring in the team. Yes, the Canadian dollar also an issue, but their biggest issue is they can't find a buyer. So with that in mind, if the talks accelerate between now and the end of the season, there's a possibility. Right now, it's not that strong, but there's a strong possibility that by the end of next year, before the NHL entry draft, we have an expansion draft. So that's what the situation is, and it's most probably it could change, but it's probably be a team in Texas. So if you guys would have to protect somebody for next year's expansion draft, who would you protect?
Well, let's start by saying this. First of all, when we start off with the expansion draft, how many players can we protect?
Okay.
How many forwards, defensemen, and goalies?
So
Let's
you're gonna
start.
say it though?
Let's start with that.
So we can protect 8. We can protect. What do I have it right here?
Okay, so option 1
Yeah.
is 7 forwards, 3 defensemen, and 1 goaltender. Option 2 is 8 skaters and 1
a
goaltender.
goalie. Any 8 skaters and 1 goalie. So that's the option. This is based on their structure that they've been following the last few expansions. So it's probably going to stay the same.
I have a question.
Wait, there's another it's another exemption. Players with no movement clauses must be protected unless they agree to waive them. So
Exactly.
people with no move clauses, they already take up a protected
and
spot.
players who have less than 2 years experience will be able to are not
protected?
are exempt.
Okay.
So off the bat in Montreal, who's got a no movement clause? Mike Matheson.
Okay.
So Montreal is forced to protect them. Okay.
Okay.
And
unless Matheson waives
unless
it.
they ask him to waive
Yeah.
it, which they won't. Okay. So it's gonna. I think they're gonna protect them. And Jacob Fowler can't be protected. He doesn't have to be
He
protected.
will be protected.
No, he doesn't have to be protected
Okay,
because
yeah,
he's exempt.
Yeah.
But Matheson has to be protected. So Fowler can't be chosen from another team. So right off the bat, we're safe. Montreal can automatically protect Dobesh. So for the goalies, we're good. Right?
But
And
I have a question for the
Yes.
benefit of the people that are listening to the show here. We have 7 forward, 3 defensemen, 1 goalie,
Yes.
or 8 skaters.
skaters.
So now
And 1 goalie.
and 1 goalie. So my question is, what is the difference between the players and the 8 skaters for the benefit of?
Because let's just say you wanna save 8 forwards, right?
Because you have more defensemen that you want to save, or you have more
Exactly.
forwards.
If you want to save 4 defensemen, you can go with the 8 skaters option. I guess
Yeah,
that's-
exactly.
Okay.
8 skaters option.
So the first option. Oh, okay, it's okay.
The first
Yeah,
option is
the
just
first
7
option.
forwards.
And-
And 3 defensemen.
So you
Let's
protect-
just say you want to save
Yeah, you
8 forwards or 4 defensemen,
Yeah.
you have to go for option
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's the
exactly.
difference.
Or if you want to save more defensemen, you would exactly.
The thing is that if ever you protect 7-3, you protect 10. Unlike the other one is
You
8.
protect more
So you
players,
lose
yes.
2
Well,
players.
Because one gives you an advantage
Yeah, yeah.
with whoever you get less, and the other one you get more because you're stuck in choosing
Right.
Yeah.
in position.
exactly.
So the NHL gives you the benefit on one side for one thing,
Yeah.
and the advantage
yeah,
on the other
side. So yeah. Okay.
So it makes sense.
So now
It's-
it does. It's just that now we know the difference between
Right.
one or the other. So if ever people are wondering, then now they know.
Yeah.
And I just want to clarify, I think I asked you, Tony, but players that don't play, like Michael Hayes, Jarosky,
No.
are they
No.
protected?
because you have
I
to
mean, not protected or exempted from being
no,
picked?
they can't because it falls under the same rule as if you play under 2 years.
Okay,
and then-
so they can't
no.
pluck
Just
guys
like they
that are
can't
in development.
if they can't pick Fowler, they can't pick anyone else under him.
Okay,
yeah.
all right. Okay. So I think it's an easy. For sure, it's the core.
But that's if
the first
that's
and
if-
second lot. Well,
Yeah, that's if it's end of next year. But if it's the following year, and Fowler plays more than 2
that would be
seasons,
harder.
then it's a different story.
It will make a difference. Yeah.
so I think the Habs are pretty safe. No,
Not necessarily,
who could we lose?
because you're automatically protecting Matheson, right? So you're
Yeah.
if you go with the 7, 3, and 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at the defense. Montreal is stacked on defense, but you automatically have to protect Matheson. So then, who are your other 2 choices?
Lane
And
and Dopes.
and
Dobson.
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 Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
Yeah,
so you're
that's 3.
exposing Goalie,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and you're exposing Jacky.
but I think there's
and-
better
and-
players than Jack
Yes.
that would
Yeah.
be able
Okay.
to take.
But they
the
can
side.
also play around with.
And don't forget that next year, as an example, if Randbacker makes the team, he would also.
No,
be-
not yet.
he
No,
was
because
not
he hasn't played
eligible.
2 years.
Oh, it's 2 years. It's true.
Yeah, so
You're right.
so
You're right.
Reinmacher is ineligible.
Is ineligible.
But
yeah.
they can also be smart if they think a player is not going to get selected because of the situation of other players that are going to be available. Montreal can
Right.
say, okay, I'll protect Gouli and leave Dobson open. That's not going to happen.
Like if Hudson is hurt, and no one's going to take a hurt. Well,
No,
that's what happened. Remember,
they're not.
remember that thing
They're
with
not
Price?
leaving him unprotected.
No,
I'm
no.
sorry.
But remember with
Not
Price?
him. Yeah, but he was on.
Yes,
and
but all that time people
long
thought he
term.
was. People thought Bergevin was just lying, so he protect
Yeah, but
protect. But in the end, it ended up being true. But there was speculation that they were just saying that. So he's
what
protected.
they did is they asked for medical records, so they had to provide
yeah, I
that.
get it.
Brian, even if Hudson breaks both legs,
They're protecting him.
they're gonna protect him.
They are protecting him.
Yeah, they will.
That's funny. If he
Yeah,
breaks
it's crazy.
both legs.
Their top line is being protected.
Yeah,
Demidov is
exactly.
being
so there's
protected.
3, like
Yeah.
4 with Demidov, and then afterwards, I mean,
Doesn't matter.
This is the core.
Yeah.
So
That's what I was saying. The core
yeah.
is Montreal,
core is-
Habs are pretty much
yeah.
safe.
I mean, it's easy in the sense that at that point, then it would be better to have 8 skaters. If ever you want to protect Gouli, then
Yeah.
you have 4 defensemen and the four top core of the team. Then you have your 8 players.
Yeah,
that
but
are
you
covered.
don't know who they're picking up between
That's
now
true.
and the
But
end
we're
of the
talking about
season.
today. Let's say today.
Today, okay.
Let's
If
say-
ever we play another year, then yes, it would make a difference. It obviously. But for
Okay.
us, it's easy. It's easy.
And I'm sure, let's just say we couldn't protect some players. I'm sure a lot of teams would love these great contracts. Picking up one of these
Yeah, but
guys.
you also want to protect a player like Evans too, right?
Yeah, but yes, but you know,
I don't think I would.
like, I think we can
Don't think I
live without Evans. We can live without Texe. We can live without Bulldog.
You're
we can
not
live-
going to protect. You're not going to protect.
Philippe Deneau. We can live without Philippe Deneau.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody.
Oh.
Dano's not going to get picked up.
Nobody's gonna pick him up.
Not a.
Anderson, maybe should we protect him? But
I don't think they're gonna pick him up.
would protect him. Yeah.
Actually, it
Unless-
would benefit us for them to.
Exactly.
yeah, Anderson 3 years ago maybe, but not
But
now.
he's a UFA, I think, at the end of the year. Anderson.
Yeah.
So
So I guess as a GM, I think we'd be happy in our position at this moment. I guess.
yes and no. If we're in a better position if the entry draft
Protect Line for sure.
Yeah. Okay, funny guy. We're in a better position if the entry draft happens at the end of next year, this coming season, than if it follows. Because they're projecting to have a team in place by the 2029, 2030 season.
Oh,
yeah.
I heard that Laney, the Islanders were interested apparently.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised.
He'd be a good fit there, actually.
A good fit, yeah,
You
but
think you can actually fit somewhere? You think?
I think he could fit.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's still.
There's a
He
place for
needs-
him.
no, but do you want to have a player like that in your team? I thought that
That's what I
Montreal.
was-
I thought that Montreal would have been probably his getaway, or like he would be able to come out or be, you
His
know.
revival, like
Pascal, Liney was never a long-term project for
I
Mon-
agree.
It was just temporarily until the core, but the
Yeah.
core evolved too fast. So, and he got hurt, so like it kind of worked out, right?
The thing is that he was not fitting in the mold of like
Yeah.
working hard, and I don't know. I mean, obviously
yeah.
he's talented. Obviously, we made the playoffs because of him, because he scored some goals that were valuable for us. We have to admit that. But besides that, I mean, when you're on the ice and it's time to work your ass off to go get the puck, man, and he's just looking at the guy and he's not doing nothing. You know,
Does it remind you of anybody? Huh? Does it remind you of a number 27? Yeah, Kovalev.
well, Kovalev, yeah, but Kovalev had like.
I'm not saying they're the same type of player, but
Yeah.
that attitude. But yeah.
he was a hell of a player, though.
Oh, come on. He's good too, Liney, but they're two different players. Two different players.
But 5-on-5, Laney was like shit. Honestly, only on the power play. Obviously, our power play very good, but we all know like Caulfield came in and he evolved a little bit faster than usual. So that's the reason why Laney was removed from the power play.
Exactly.
And obviously, he got hurt.
There was, I remember there was a point when it was Line and Caulfield on both ends, and that was a lethal power play, man. You had
definitely.
good shots from both sides.
Yeah.
It's too bad it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Anyways, as much as they're in a good position, they still have some difficult decisions when it comes to their decoy, right? Because they have to be a little bit strategic, because when a team is forced automatically to protect the player without them, I'm pretty sure they would have wanted to protect them, but like right there, you're being put in a difficult position because you're forced to protect them due to the no movement clause, right?
Yeah.
A full no movement clause.
Exactly.
If it's a modified no movement clause, it doesn't take effect. So it's got to be a full no movement clause.
By the way, what was the drafts, the expansion drafts for the last ones? Let's say, what did we lose?
We didn't.
Nobody.
We didn't lose
lost
anybody?
anybody.
When Vegas came?
Vegas.
No,
What about Vegas?
when the Kraken.
Kraken.
Oh, no, it was the Utah. It was a Utah or Kraken?
Kraken.
It wasn't
Utah.
Kraken. It was Seattle.
Yeah, Utah was not an expansion. It was
a relocation.
A relocation.
No, Utah was it was from Phoenix.
That's right.
Seattle is an expansion draft.
Seattle was an expansion. Phoenix moved from Phoenix to
Utah. Yeah, they're the newest city in the NHL, but they're a relocated team.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Right.
So yeah, but we lost nobody for the Kraken.
No,
I don't think they picked
I don't
anybody.
think so. No.
Oh, for Vegas, we lost Yemelin.
Yeah, Melon.
That's
okay.
Yeah, that was
I was
good.
fine with that.
All right. Yeah.
Does he still
I
play?
love
Is he
it.
still in the league?
Is he?
I don't think he's in the
No.
league anymore.
Don't forget, especially these expansion teams, they're gonna look for veteran, but they're not gonna look for older players, right? So they're gonna look for young players. So if Montreal is stacked with young talent, so to lose a key player here and there, especially the way that it's not gonna affect them that bad. As long as they protect their top six, they're good. So they're sitting pretty. But the only thing is, I just hope it doesn't happen further than next season.
Yeah. I mean, eventually it's gonna happen. They want to expand. So
The moment it gets announced, okay, talks have evolved, the ball's gonna start rolling right away. You saw with Seattle, right?
and Texas has money.
And it's a no tax state.
Have advantages for a lot of people.
They want Houston. I would love to see a team in Austin, though. I think it would work. Austin has no team of any of the big sports.
It would be their main.
Yeah.
So the fan base would probably build very
because
very
Houston
fast.
has, I think, baseball.
Yeah.
And they have basketball, right?
And they have football.
Football, Houston Texans.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So they have like 3 major sports.
And there's a big market, Austin.
Yeah, it is.
So,
It is.
And with the barbecue thing being bigger and bigger, the market is huge. Yeah, Texas barbecue.
The Austin Bruschettes. That's the team name.
No, I'm just saying the market there is evolving. It's growing. Austin is growing. It's I would love to see an NHL team in Austin, because it would be the focal point of the team would be the focal point of the public, because they don't have any other teams, right?
Agreed.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because I'm sure people in Austin follow if when they follow the other sports, it's got to be follow the Houston teams.
It's pretty much the new Silicon Valley, by the way, Austin. You know that technology is all
very
going there.
even technology wise.
Yeah, they're going there because it's a tax-free, tax-friendly, state, let's say, and it's a lot of cool hipster
and
people.
it's not like Texas there. It's like a very liberal, it's very modern
liberal.
city.
Yeah, it's more democratic.
It's a progressive city.
Yes.
It's different.
Yeah, it's not like it doesn't represent Texas at all, Austin.
Yeah.
So it's a very different city compared to the rest of Texas.
Joe Rogan there too.
That's where he has his
Joe Rogan, Tim Ferriss is there.
There's a podcaster that I watch, Chud's Barbecue, and he's from Austin.
That's why you think it's all about barbecue in Austin.
No, it is all about barbecue. It's big. Texas is known for,
I'd imagine
and a lot of the
Texas.
good, all the best barbecue joints are in Austin.
I'm still
Franklin
laughing inside
barbecue.
with the Austin Bruschettes.
The Austin Bruschettes.
Franklin barbecue
The one was the hockey stick with meat on it.
So,
Oh, no, a lot of the big barbecue places are in Austin.
That's hilarious.
You guys are idiots. Get your minds out of the gutter.
the brochettes. The brochettes.
The NHL brochettes and bozos.
All right, let's move on.
So you guys, to end this off, we're all agreeing who we would protect. Like, you have anybody that you wouldn't?
I think it's a no-brainer. Yeah, I think we have everybody we want to protect. We could protect, basically,
Not
at the moment.
The question is more on the defense, where we have to.
Well, if we go,
No, but if we go the 8-player way,
eight skaters is we're good.
If we go the 8 skaters, we protect all the defense we want and the
4D and 4 forwards, and we're good.
But you want to protect more than 4 forwards. I don't want to just protect the top line and Demidov. I would like to protect more than that because we have assets on defense.
Well, the thing,
and we have upcoming too. Like, so I don't mind exposing.
The thing that you have to think about is do you want to keep Gooley, or you want to have, I don't know, who is more valuable than Gooley as a forward for the Montreal Canadiens?
Besides the core 4.
Remove the core 4. Let's go MVP. The most valuable player for the core of the Montreal Canadiens. Is a forward more valuable than Gooley to be protected?
Well, I would like to protect somebody like Evans, because even if you expose Gooley and you leave somebody like Doc and Kapanen exposed, I think Kapanen and Doc will be more likely to get picked up than Gooley.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you look at other teams.
It all depends how.
You're not just looking at Montreal, right?
Yeah, but a defenseman of his caliber would get picked up right away, definitely. And I would think he would be more valuable. Like, it's a defenseman.
But you have to look at all the other teams too, more or less, what's going to be available,
of course,
right?
Obviously.
So I'm looking at that. I'm taking that into consideration, you know?
But if ever you leave Gooley out, they're going to pick him up. They will pick him up.
It's a possibility.
He's a top 4. We agree he's a top 4. So he's a top 4 in the league. He
top
plays
4 in our team or a top 4 in the league?
No. He's a top 4 with Montreal.
But
if ever he goes with an expansion team, obviously he's going to be on the top 4 defenseman.
No, if he goes with an expansion team, he's going to be probably on their top line because it's hard to get. It's probably he's going to be their top pair.
Top pair. Agreed. The thing is that he's going to be at least, like, obviously, if ever it's possible that they pick up another good defenseman, but obviously he's going to be on the top 2 or top 4.
There's so many good defensemen out there.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's not the case, but if ever they are good defensemen, he's going to be on the top 4 of the team. So is it worth to lose Gooley and the player that's going to remain as a forward? Is he going to be more effective? Will he have more efficiency than Gooley? I don't think so.
It's a good argument,
and he's a defenseman.
It's a good argument, but I still think I would only protect Gooley if I know it's for sure he's gonna get picked up. If I think there's a strong possibility that he might not be picked up because of what's going on the rest of the league, I'd leave him exposed.
Yeah, but there's no way of knowing that, right?
Yeah, of course there is.
How do you know the other team is going to protect the team?
You're going to know more or less what people...
How do you know? Because this isn't like everyone gives it and then you find out?
No, what I'm trying to say is everybody has to follow the same rules, right? Either the 7-3-1 or the 8-1, right? Yeah. So
but you don't know who they're going to protect.
You don't know, but you have to project on... Okay, they're going to... obviously,
projections,
I'm going to pick Anaheim. Anaheim's going to protect this, and this more or less. I think they're going to probably expose this because they're in this situation. They're going to analyze all the teams, and then they're going to make a decision based, you know what, I think it's better we protect them, or I think it's a good opportunity to leave them exposed. I have a feeling if they're looking for a defenseman, I think they're going to go elsewhere before looking at Montreal, right?
My question is, do you think that a forward that is not protected will be more efficient than Gooley? Who is more efficient as a forward than Gooley
on
as
Montreal
a defense?
or on the expansion
in Montreal.
team?
On an expansion team, it's going to be tough because we have like...
then the question is protect Gooley because he's more efficient in Montreal.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying. I was looking at the aspect of
If you have the big picture, obviously, if ever you made all the stats and maths and everything, there's a possibility that you say, okay, they're going to pick up this defenseman, he's better.
Okay, so then in the end, we have to do Montreal. If you're the GM, you'd have to go option 2.
Yeah. I would be option 2.
If you want to protect goalie, and
I would protect eight skaters, and well, obviously the goalie is easy because we don't have that problem.
Yeah, we were protecting.
But they're going to try and maximize
what.
as many players as they want, right? So they're gonna analyze this from A to Z, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're going to do all the exercises. You know, managers and like, okay,
guaranteed.
each team. Boom. What is this? What are they going to do?
They're going to mock every team.
Yeah,
What
mock
they're going to do. And figure it out for sure.
Yeah, of course, they're going
And
to do all
then
the
they're going to
mock.
have their board, and they're going to have all the defensemen, all the forwards, and they're going to say, okay.
And they're going to tune into this podcast and get some ideas.
Of course.
Just to answer Mike Trick's play. So
wait. Let's skip. We're skipping ahead. First, I want to say Pistol Pete. Really good things you guys got going. Thanks a lot, Pete. Pistol Pete. And yeah, Tony, you can go with Mike Trick's plays.
Yeah, he goes, which city is getting a team and when is the expansion draft? So as we mentioned before, they've been in talks with Texas since the last Board of Governors meeting. So if things accelerate, they're projecting that maybe by the end of next season, there could be an expansion draft. And the teams that NHL is pushing for is Houston, with the consideration of maybe Austin instead. So there's the likely situation is if there's an expansion draft, is a second team in Texas, which is either Houston or Austin, and they're looking at 2029, 2030 season. So if that's the case, the expansion draft could either happen the end of next season or after the following season.
And please do not forget to do not forget to say the name of the team in Texas.
Oh, with
the Austin Brochettes. Best barbecue in the world. Austin.
The smoked brochettes.
Yes, brochettes. You guys are
right,
killers.
We got to move on.
Thanks for the question, Mike.
All right, moving on. What do we got next? All right. Is still Marchenko worth it? How well does Kirill Marchenko fit with the Canadiens? And should they pursue him, and at what cost? Rumors about Kirill Marchenko's availability are resurfacing, fueling speculation about a potential landing in Montreal. The Canadiens are seeking a top 6 forward, and he fits that profile. Is this potential cost justifiable? So first, what is the cost, do you think? Was there any rumors of what the cost could be? What are we serving up?
Before we get to the cost, is it justifiable? Do you think the Montreal should pursue him?
Well, I think we should find... Well... Yeah,
then if we
I mean, first of all, Montreal needs size. So obviously he has the size, right? We agree on that.
He's got the age.
He's got the age, the contract.
He doesn't have the contract. He's got one more year on his contract.
Yeah, so meaning that he's like his contract is what 3.2 or something.
Yeah, but the thing is that it fits what Montreal wants because they can go get him, and
they can extend him.
No, it would be a sign and trade. So they can't extend them. So Columbus would have to extend them, and then Montreal can get him. It's only the team that drafted you is allowed to sign you to an 8-year contract. So they can't trade you, and then you can extend them. So it's going to be a sign and trade. So Columbus would have to agree to the trade, sign Marchenko to 8 years, and then trade his contract that he signed in Columbus to Montreal.
But does he have to pay? Does he have to sign 8 years? No.
Yes.
It's
if Montreal wants to, if that's the terms Montreal wants, they can get Columbus to sign him for 8 years.
Terms they want. Okay.
Okay.
It's a sign and trade, so they agree to a contract. Let's say I want you on my team, right? Yeah. So I want you. You're playing for Columbus. I would say, okay, I want him. Get him to. If he agrees to come and he agrees to the terms, okay, sign him. Montreal will try to push him for 8 years, and then Columbus will sign him and trade him over to Montreal.
Okay,
so it's got to be a Columbus contract.
So for him, there would be a possibility for him to probably make roughly an amount similar to the other guys, the other core players. As an example, if he's
Well,
getting
his qualifying offer is $4 million, so definitely at least $4 million.
okay, so minimum 4. He made 67 points last year, right? So is it worth to? Because obviously Marchenko comes here. If you want to trade, we need to give young gunners. They're going to want.
But don't forget, he's getting picked up on the sign and trade. So even though his qualifying offer is $4 million, he's not an unrestricted free agent until the following year. So if there's an early extension, that means they're gonna sign him for a hefty amount. So
More.
you're probably looking at around 9, 10, maybe 11 million. Okay, because the contract. He's still on the entry level, and then it would kick in only the 2 years after, right?
Yeah.
That's the advantage. So Montreal is going to be picking him up at a higher price, but not right away, right?
Yeah, it's going to be in 2 years.
Exactly.
So now my question to you guys, since you are experts, who would you trade for Marchenko?
Yeah.
Good question. So, go Steve.
Oh, I would say the easiest one, okay? The easiest one, I would, kind of thought of this. I thought, how about you get rid of Jaden Struble, right, baby? Kapanen, a couple of first-round picks. Hey, how sweet would that be? Ciao.
Steve, we're not.
Worst negotiator ever.
We're not.
Put this into perspective. Columbus is going to want the world, right?
I know.
Definitely.
Every team has been asking for Michael Hage, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So they're going to ask for Michael Hage.
Fuck, yeah.
Montreal's not going to give up Michael Hage
No.
not for Marchenko. There's a possibility,
Yeah.
but not for Marchenko.
Not for Marchenko, yeah.
You know why? He's a perfect fit for the Montreal second line. He's going to do great. He can easily do 60, 70
You're
points.
talking about Michael Hage?
No, Marchenko.
Marchenko.
Okay, he's an NHL ready.
Yeah.
But he ain't better than Caulfield. Okay, he's not better than Caulfield.
Yeah.
So you're not giving up top tier talent like a Hage. I'd give away a player like Gouli, Reinbacher, Zorowski.
I don't. It hurts me.
I know, but
When
they
hear
have to
that
give up
name,
something.
It hurts me.
They have to give up something.
Yeah.
What about a
But-
couple
But I
around?
wouldn't give up
Okay.
someone like Demidov or
No.
Hage.
No.
He's not that because he's not better than.
Okay.
He's not a first line.
What
he's
about
not
Reinbacher?
Yes, I would
Reinbacher,
you
yes.
you might have to give up players like a Reinbacher or a Gouli or a Zorowski, especially if you're bringing him
Zorowski.
in. You can he's dispensable, Zorowski, because it's either you bring in Zorowski and wait until he develops, or you have a ready NHL player that you can integrate into the lineup. Right now, he fits the core, and it's an advantage for Montreal to trade for him now because they can get him at 8 years before September 18th. But as much as we know he doesn't want to extend with Columbus, right? He wants to move, right? So Columbus, what are they going to do? They should get rid of him, right?
Yeah.
But why get rid of him right now? They have a year to do it, right? They have to decide: is it better to maximize on his on what they can get now or later? But there's another point, guys. Why they might not trade him now? What is it, guys? Come on. It's the fact that Werenski wants to leave.
Yeah.
They put fire. They cooled the fire there, but it looks like he still wants to leave, and they still have to sign Adam Fantilli, right? So if these guys are out, how the hell are they going to convince guys to stay in Columbus, right?
Yeah.
So by trying to convince them to stay, the core is there, the team is there. These guys are gonna. It's easier to convince players to resign, right?
Yeah.
But you keep getting guys that want to leave, and you buy to their push. Everybody's gonna leave, right?
The thing is that like a lot of people want to have these big players.
Yeah.
But if you want them, you need to give something.
Yeah.
You don't have a choice. So, and at one point, you will be disappointed. People will be disappointed if ever we get that player. Everyone's going to be happy. But what we have to give to these teams in order for us to have this player, this type of player, we need to compromise. We don't have a choice.
I think all you guys are just terrible negotiators. Me, I would go future considerations, take it or leave it.
No, like
No?
I get Pascal. You don't want to give up Reinbacher. That was your thing, right?
No, I don't.
No, I think it's Zorowski.
It's Zorowski.
Zorowski.
Yeah.
I know
think,
that, but-
I think he's gonna be an amazing player.
I know that too.
I have that feeling.
But if you guys want a player like Marchenko, especially now,
Yeah.
you have to give up a
Yeah.
little bit more,
Yeah.
right?
Bryce Pickford.
No, but I'm saying
LJ Mooney.
Oh, yeah,
at the same time, you don't want to give up. You're not going to give up your top.
yeah.
So
What about
if you're
just-
not going to give up your top, that's what it is. It's one of those.
What about just draft picks? 2,
Not
maybe
enough.
3?
Not enough.
Not enough? No?
No, you can't give up all those 3 players I just said. I'm saying these are the types of players you have to throw into the negotiations. Either going to be
Yeah.
Zorowski,
Yeah.
Aguli, or Reinbacher, and whatever package. It's got to be a.
Pugachev.
No, I don't think.
What is the difference between Pugachev and Zorowski?
Well, one's going to be a top 6 player.
Yeah.
Another one's a bottom 6 player.
You think Zorowski's going to be a bottom 6 player?
No.
Oh, the
No.
opposite.
The opposite.
Okay, yes.
Zorowski's a
Okay,
top
okay.
6 player.
Okay.
He's
Okay.
going to be a superstar sniper.
I got scared for a
No,
second.
and Pugachev is gonna be a
think we see-
fourth liner.
I think we see eye to eye with Zorowski.
Yeah.
I personally think that he's going to be a top-notch player.
Yeah,
I just
absolutely.
want to see him play with Demidov. I want to see one season of them playing with
Just
each other.
him
That's what I
playing
want
with
to see.
Mooney,
Yeah.
imagine him with Mooney. He was shining. Obviously, he was not playing against they were all
Sure.
low level. When I say low level, you understand what I mean. They're not NHLers. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
But obviously, if ever he plays with Demidov, that would be insane. The thing is that we know he's not going to play next year, right? Because he still has 1-year contract. I don't know if Montreal would be able, I don't know, to convince him to come and then get something going on with the team. But every time I hear Zorowski on a trade there, it kills me. I hope they're not going to trade him.
But if they get Marchenkov, where are you going to fit Zorowski after that?
Yeah,
right?
I agree. I mean, obviously, he's gonna. The spot is there.
I agree with you. I want to see Zorowski on the team. I think there's a lot of potential there, but Montreal, I think, wants to see him too. But they want to continue to compete, right? If they can get him at a good price, they'll do the trade. Who knows? They might not even want to take Zorowski. Maybe they'll take a Reinbacher or a Gulli. I'd give up
or Pugachev.
They won't get a Pugachev. Okay, you're being sarcastic there.
Nobody's taking. Nobody takes Pugachev. Nobody.
I'm just trying to make a trade possible without implicating Zorowski.
This is why this trade is so complicated. I
Yeah.
don't see it the rumors arose last week, but it's not that easy because Montreal was interested from before, and the trade didn't happen because they're asking probably for the moon. Montreal is willing to give them something, but not the moon.
We have Mooney.
Yeah, Mooney. Yeah,
Yeah,
there
they want
you
the
go.
moon.
Go.
Take
There you
Mooney.
go. Take Mooney.
All right, let me hit the chat here. Mike Tricks Play says, nice anytime from his question before. Tony, I think you thanked him.
Yes.
Canadian Warhol, Struble, Carrier, Texas. He thinks like you, Steve.
Let's go. The bottom
Great
fish.
minds think alike, huh?
The bottom fish. Let's
Cheap
go.
bastards.
Tom Crouchman, Habs need to trade with a team that will accept prospects and draft picks, and that usually happens at the trade deadline when teams have given up on the season. Yeah, you can get lucky at the trade deadline.
You're always going to overpay in the offseason.
Yeah.
Especially for players that are not UFAs right now. You know, they still got term, right?
And that's why it would be good to provide Columbus young guns, because if ever they get rid of all these players, they need to rebuild. They need to start with.
But they don't want to rebuild. That's the thing.
Yeah, no, obviously not. But if ever everybody leaves, I mean, Fantilli is there to stay for sure.
He's gonna rack in a good contract. If they
definitely.
decide to if they lose Orensky and Marchenko, there's no way Fantilli is signing. There's no way.
Oh my gosh.
There's no way.
That'd be devastating for Columbus.
Because they want to sign him now to avoid an offer sheet.
Exactly.
Right? Because he's, I think, next. He's eligible for an offer sheet because he did 3 years.
He's 3 years.
So he's eligible for an offer sheet, right?
So if the general manager does not see it coming from far, he knows he's going to get at least an $18 million contract.
Yeah.
Like not contract, but offer. Definitely.
Yeah.
It happened this year. It's going to happen to him.
Yeah.
Obviously,
I think we're going to see a lot of exciting offer sheets
exactly.
in the future.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
Spark something.
They unlocked it nowadays.
I mean, signed like offer sheets are offered all the time. It's just that signed offer
Big
sheets.
explosive.
No, you mean signed offer sheets, like players
The last
actually
one
signed.
was the Sebastian Aho, right, with Montreal.
Yeah, that
Or
was
then actually,
No, Carlson was the last one, an actual signed
I know,
offer
but I'm
sheet.
saying before that, I think the big one was Konkanyemi.
Yahoo, yeah.
Konkanyemi, and then before that,
Yahoo,
Aho.
yeah.
Mike Tricks plays. Zorowski might turn out to be another point per game player.
Yes.
Who knows? KHL Rookie of the Year ain't nothing to sneeze at. That's right.
Exactly.
You totally have my approval on that.
I'm
yes.
just saying the type of
Pascal approved.
I'm
Oh,
just saying the
yes.
type of player Montreal will be willing to give up for Marchenko
Yeah.
versus what
Yeah.
they aren't willing to. I'm not saying I want to give him up because I don't.
No,
But you want Marchenko, you have to give up something, right?
exactly. That's why
Yeah.
I'm saying people would be happy to see him come, and some people will have disappointments because you need to let people go for us to get what we want.
You're also getting size with Marchenko. huh?
That definitely.
That's the difference,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And
experience.
We need size. We need.
Well, that's the
definitely-
upside
yeah.
with him, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is, you can, and the salary is going to be a little bit more.
Does he play full seasons, this guy? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Yeah.
76 games.
There you go.
Yeah, let me get through the chat, guys.
Yeah.
Ekstrom is the guy dangle plus a first round pick. Okay? Or Bogdan. Unskoskov. I don't know what that is. Unskoskov. Is that the guy we just picked up, right? No, that's who's that guy we just picked up? AHL trade. Canadian Warhol, LOL. Ha ha ha. Okay. Thanks, guys, for the comments. Huh?
I don't see
appreciate it.
Engstrom being traded to Columbus when they need to reinforce their forward line. If they're losing Marchenko, they need somebody at forward. Unless they're losing Orensky, right? Then that could be a possibility.
I honestly don't think there's going to be any trades.
The guy we got is
this offseason.
Pastuchov.
Pastuchov, that's
Yeah,
what it is.
Pastuchov.
I don't think we're going to make this trade, Marchenko. I think Ken Hughes not going to give up. I don't think he wants to give up the potential of Zorowski or Hage. I think he wants
He's
to really
willing to, but not that.
Because we like you stated before, Tony. Like we know Michael Hage, if ever he would decide to come and do the training camp this year, we know he's going to make the team, right? So we know he's a year or maximum 2 to be in. Zorowski is almost the same thing. Within the next 2 years,
Ideally, I'll be great.
that would
right?
be amazing. But that's the thing, is that if ever you look at the outcome of these two players, it means that if ever we get Marchenko, we need to get rid of one or the other, obviously. And we know who we want to keep, and then afterwards you say, okay, is it worth to wait 1 year to have Marchenko and get rid of these two players, which will be younger, they're going to cost less, they're going to, and we know that they have talent.
Listen, I see the appeal of Marchenko,
Yeah.
and I see why he's a fit. But
Okay, this has to be the last
yes,
comment.
you know why I want to be patient. Montreal is so advanced.
Yeah.
Who cares if we wait 1 more year?
Exactly.
We're so advanced.
Yeah.
And even if we take a step back this year and we barely make it into the playoffs, who cares? We know the potential and we know the growth. Like I think longer term after, if we can get Hage and Zorowski in and get a year or 2 into them and then get them, even if they happen to sign great deals too, Montreal is sitting way pretty after,
Exactly.
right?
The fact is that even like we're saying that if they're doing a step back for this season, it's okay because the guys are going to get experience. They're gaining some more experience, and that toughness, it builds toughness again. If they lose, gosh, you know what? Losing is not a bad thing sometimes. It actually
Steve,
builds character. And
I'm going to add to this.
yeah,
Do we agree that next year Montreal is not going to be a Stanley Cup contender?
We don't know that yet.
Yeah.
Officially, I think
do you think
it's
that
possible.
You think it's possible?
Oh,
that
they're in the mix for sure.
Why not?
to be a Stanley Cup contender next year.
They were in a Stanley Cup contender. They were this year. They
Exactly.
finished first, but they're still a
You
young
don't think
team.
they'll make the playoffs?
They'll make
No,
the playoffs.
They're going to make the playoffs. But do
Okay,
you,
that's
do you,
that's all I need. That's all I'm having.
But
That's
do
all-
you think the reason why I'm saying this is the following: is that if we wait 1 year and we do not get that Marchenko or that centerman, are we going to go further with Marchenko in the lineup next year? I think we're gonna finish exactly at the same spot.
No. If we get somebody to play with Demidov right away, it makes a big difference for
So
Demidov.
you think that Montreal is going to make more than 106 points if ever we get Marchenko in the lineup?
It's gonna increase the a player like Marchenko or let's say Dorosky comes in or somebody that can play with Demidov. It's gonna increase Demidov's productivity 100%. So now you have more of a balanced line instead of
That I
relying just on
agree.
that
But
first line.
my question is not that. My question is Montreal going to make more than 106 points? Aren't they going to make the third round?
I don't think they're making 106 points
No.
next year.
And we agree on
this
that.
year, even though they finished third, I didn't consider them a Stanley Cup. Even though they made it, and they're not going to be a because they're still young. They just ended up going far because they have a good team, but they're
Exactly.
not a Stanley Cup contender yet.
So
All
it
right.
means that if ever we win and if ever we wait for another year, it doesn't really
That's my
matter.
point
Yeah.
from before.
Agreed. Yeah. It doesn't really matter.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna drop this. We're
Yeah.
gonna move on, but I just want to finish the chat. But this conversation, we spent
It
too
is
long on
done.
it. Let's move on. Let's move on. It's getting a bit circular too. We're just repeating the same things. Hage, Zarowski, and are not available unless we get a top center in return from Tom Crotchman. Mike Trick Play says, "I love to see what Bogdan can do in North America, but I don't think there's room for him on the Habs' future blue line, unfortunately."
Mhm.
Owen Protz is another physical defenseman I'm excited to follow in Laval now. Okay, we're all going to keep an eye on him too.
Mhm.
Tom Crouchman at Mike Tricks Plays. Yeah, Bogdan will be a player, but we don't have the room for him, most likely.
Yes.
Same with Engstrom. Mike Trick Plays. And don't forget about Pickford too. Can't wait to see what he does in Laval. Simayor, welcome back. I care. Playoff hockey. Flexing the arm. Muscle. Tom Crockman. Without Monty losing games, we will get more than 106 points for the season.
Ouch. Poor Monty. Poor Monty.
As much as I
my
would love to have that comment be true, no, we got to be realistic here. With the division we're in, it's I don't think so.
Right. So,
Anything's possible, but it's gonna be tough.
Any last words?
no, go
Okay,
ahead.
let's move on.
Go.
Let's host of freaking. Let's go.
We
wow.
Tony, we both know we're going to get roasted if every day gets
It's okay.
more than
We're allowed to make mistakes,
exactly.
right? We're not
No, you have
geniuses.
to be perfect. Anything less is unacceptable, guys.
Just checking Habs, man.
All your predictions and stuff have to be correct. What are your thoughts on... Sorry, let me go back. What are your thoughts on paying for additional subscriptions to watch NHL games? The NHL's new 12-year Canadian television agreement will bring another major change for fans next season. Amazon will now have exclusive rights to Wednesday night games in addition to Monday night broadcast, already available on Prime Video. Will these multiple subscriptions streaming service gain or lose fans? Now, while I was reading that, Pascal waved, no. Why? What
There's
happened?
no more Monday with Amazon because it was a 2-year deal. So there's no.
So they lost the existing Monday?
It's not. It's
No,
not
they still have
losing.
Monday night games.
No. That's what I've read. I've read that they do not have it's gonna be Wednesday only, and they signed a 12-year deal, and the 12-year deal that they signed was for the Canadian market, and they will have, if I'm not mistaken, the first 2 series of the first round and 1 series on the second round,
Yeah, something about they have the playoffs, yeah.
and they have the
gotta-
fourth and the fourth and the fifth pick of the playoffs.
Sportsnet, when they renew American broadcasting and then the Canadian. With the Canadian broadcasting, it's kicking in this year, right?
Yeah, but
This-
don't forget, it's not with the NHL, it's with Rogers because
Yes.
Rogers
Rogers took the package.
they have everything.
Exactly, they have everything.
Yeah.
So there's the American,
Correct.
and Rogers has the
The
Canadian.
Canadian
the
side. That's it. So Amazon deal the contract with Rogers,
Rogers.
and they are going to present the games on Wednesday. So they're going to call it the Wednesday night hockey. And they also got the agreement on the playoffs. But the playoffs, as an example, let's say Montreal and Toronto are making the playoffs and they're playing against each other the first round, as an example. So this is going to be it's going to be a very top-notch series. So they're not having the first choice on the actual presentation of the playoffs. So I think it's the fourth and
They have
the fifth.
it says here exclusive coverage of 2 first round series.
Yeah.
And 1 second round series.
But the 2 first round series, it's not going to be the one that is the most popular one. They have the fourth and
they
the
don't
fifth.
get to pick it.
No, they have the fourth and the fifth pick of the.
They don't have Monday nights anymore.
That's what I've said. That's what I've read.
I think Monday nights is still possible. I think that's what I.
Wednesday nights for regular season games in Canada. Doesn't say anything about.
Anyways,
Monday.
the Wednesday nights to Monday nights, it doesn't change.
Those Monday night games have now shifted over to Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now for the question is it worth it? Is it?
Is it going to hurt viewership with fans, or is it going to gain fans, or it's going to lose fans? Because now people are going to say, I have to get a Prime Video subscription to watch Wednesday night games.
Right now, as we speak, the reason why Amazon is doing this is very simple. As we speak, they want to try to keep the young generation connected to hockey. Obviously, the young generation is streaming. That's what they're doing.
Sure.
So they don't watch TV, right? So if they want to keep the young generation connected to NHL, they need to stream. So that's one of the main reasons why Amazon. But Amazon right now is doing that deal not because they're making money, because they're not going to make money on it. Amazon is making that deal.
The NHL is making money.
The NHL is making money, but not Amazon.
But this is a big problem, especially for the Canadian market, because now you're telling the average fan what they need to do is they need to have a more centralized concept. Because now you're asking fans to subscribe to Sportsnet, subscribe to TSN, who have regional rights, right? Subscribe to.
Does RDS lose Wednesday nights too?
They still have games.
They still have games, but
more games are going to TVA.
Yeah.
Right, so you have to go subscribe to TVA, you have to subscribe to RDS, and now you got to subscribe to Amazon. So now, if you are a fan that wants to watch all of your team's 84 games, right, you have to figure out which network carries it on which night, and make sure that you have it, or else you can't watch it. It's ridiculous. It's just it's money. It's getting expensive. So it's getting expensive to watch hockey for the everyday fan. It's not right.
Yeah.
Right? It's a little excessive.
It's gotten really confusing.
Yeah, right now as we speak, if I'm looking at, obviously, Amazon's going to have 7 games. We have RDS that has roughly 45 games, and the rest goes to
What do you mean
TVA.
7 games?
Because Montreal this year is playing 7 games on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Got it. So you're talking just Montreal 7 games, okay.
And the thing is that
doesn't necessarily mean that Amazon's going to show those games, because they pick throughout all the NHL.
Yeah, they're going to show those games. It's a sure thing.
Yeah.
There's 7 games that Amazon is going to present for Montreal Canadiens, and the reason why they picked that up is very simple.
Because they're the most popular Canadian team.
That's the first thing.
Yeah.
The second thing is that Amazon lost a lot of market shares through the last 2-3 years. They're trying to regain that market through hockey, to get more memberships in order to rise the actual market of Quebec because of what happened in the past 2-3 years.
Yeah, with over here.
Exactly, when they decided to plant. So yes, Amazon is getting into hockey right now, but for them is a lost leader, because what they want to do is they want to increase the membership for people to consume more with their platform. That's basically the outcome of what they're doing. Because if you look at the outcome of Amazon right now, okay, think of it 2 seconds. They're broadcasting games, yes, but they need a team behind it. They don't have a choice. They will need commentators. They will need people that will interview. They will need a team that's going to travel all over in order for them to be able to cover these games. And right now, Amazon, yes, do they have the money to do? No doubt about it.
I know what they can call.
Yeah.
CBC, because they lost freaking. That's another thing.
And I'm gonna tell you,
TV, and
you got no money.
And I'm gonna tell you something. Right now we're gonna pay 3 platforms because of everything
more than that
goes. Yeah, more than that.
4 or 5.
It's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse because
because right now people are trying to get the rights. It's costing so much money that right now it's going to be divided, and you will see it's going to start spreading out. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate for the you know what? It's basically the fan that is paying it's us that pays
It's
the
wrong.
price.
They should have a more centralized thing.
It does.
Rogers had the deal. They were in partnership with CBC where they can show the games, and they removed it. And now somebody who doesn't have a sports option on their regular TV subscription is gonna have to get TSN or Sportsnet in order to watch games, unless they show it on City. I don't know if they're still going to show it on City, but where's Hockey Night in Canada going to be showing on?
They evaluated the deal of Amazon being for the 12-year Amazon deal between 11 to 13 billion dollars.
How much they paid, or how much they're going to get?
No, that they evaluated because it was not disclosed. But the thing is that are you going to spit on $13 million or $11 billion?
No.
So that's the reason why now it's getting insane, because, like even Apple is doing the same thing with the F1. They want to have the rights of the F1.
And MLS.
Well, right. Yeah, worldwide. And why? Because they know it's going to be a cash cow. And right now in hockey, it's the same thing. And don't be surprised if next year Amazon is going to try to go get a little bit more market. And
they're going to try and do what Apple did with MLS.
Exactly. And the local broadcasters are going to go down.
But Pascal, if they do what they did, what Apple does with MLS, then that's better. Everybody can subscribe just to Prime TV, okay? Mm-hmm. And you don't have to worry about it. And you can catch all your games of all your NHL teams all on one platform, and you're paying for one.
Exactly.
But when you have to pay for 5 different subscriptions, it's insane.
That's the problem.
Right now it's segmented on different platforms and
but
TV,
right now, IPTV, some people are paying just like $1 and they're paying like... It's unfortunate, but that's where we go. That's where it's going, because nobody can afford like 5, 6, 7 subscription just to watch, games. And don't get me wrong, we all watch hockey, but we all watch football, we all watch soccer, so how many subscription? The Zone, this, that. I mean, it's just about money. It's always about money now. It's just that.
So I just want to say, it sucks for hockey fans, right?
Base,
it's segmented. But you also have to understand, a lot of people have Prime just because they shop on Amazon.
Yeah.
So they just have it as an extra.
Exactly.
And when an NHL game is on, when I put my Fire Stick on, it's the fucking whole banner showing the game. So,
really?
Yeah. It takes up the whole screen saying watch NHL now. Like press the button.
Yeah, you cannot miss it.
So yes, you might. I think it actually could gain fans. People that are not everyday hockey watchers, they see that, they put their Fire Stick on, they put the Prime, and they see that big banner. They might click on it. You might gain.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
Fans.
You make a perfect point, and I agree. It's a good way to gain more
Introduce
fans.
people that are not usually hockey fans.
But they're going about it wrong, because you wanna have the Amazon thing, but you're still having subscription. You're spreading it out so widely.
It's super annoying. Yeah,
it's annoying.
It's complicated.
I have to watch a Montreal Canadiens game. One day it's on TSN, another day it's on RDS, another day it's on TVA, another day it's on Sportsnet, another day it's on Amazon. It's like shit.
Just
democratize
it.
Tony,
keep it simple. Put it on freaking Prime.
Yeah.
Eventually, that'd be nice there.
But Tony, you're the CFO of Rogers. Amazon comes to you and they offer you a deal for $11 billion. You're gonna say, I'm sorry, I don't agree, because the fan base needs to only subscribe. You're gonna take
I agree with
money.
that, but what bothers me is the first when they took over from TSN, they said our number one priority, is now we're taking over. It's going to be easier for the NHL fan to watch games. There's going to be less restrictions with regional broadcasting. And what happened? They did the total opposite.
Agreed.
There's more prescriptions now.
When has
than
a corporation been honest? Come on, they always say that in the beginning, but
come on, fuck.
And then it's about squeezing as much money as you can, man.
Definitely. And it's going to get worse. It is going to get worse, because somebody else is going to come in. They're going to make an offer. They're going to take the money.
Paramount's going to get Thursdays, and then Netflix is going to get Friday games. It's going to be nuts.
Don't be surprised if next year Amazon is able to go scrape a few games.
I'm not going to be surprised. I knew this was coming. Because as soon as Apple did this with MLS, and last year when they introduced the Monday night, this is the beginning, but this year is even worse because they're taking away. They could have kept their Wednesday night games, but they're taking away a lot more games from RDS. They're getting less games.
TVA.
They got rid of CBC.
Yeah,
you know,
and TVA lost a lot of money on their deal because I remember when they signed their $5 billion deal, right? They signed their deal for many years for the playoffs, and the first year that they signed the deal, none of the Canadian team made the playoffs. None of them. Imagine.
Because they only got the weekends and the playoffs. That was part of their
exactly.
deal.
So the first year they signed the deal, they're all happy about it. None of the Canadian team makes the playoffs. Imagine they thought, okay, with Montreal, we're gonna make the run and everything, maybe 1 round, 2 round. No, none of them.
Nothing.
So they lost a lot of money.
Toronto is just scrap.
Yeah. So right now, if ever you have the local broadcasters that are trying to pay the big bucks to try to get the rights for the broadcasting, right? And then you have Amazon that comes in, and the offer is $300-500 million more. Obviously, they're gonna get the deal. It's unfortunate, and I know there should be some rules and regulations to protect the consumer, to give the opportunity to everyone to be able to watch professional sports. But now, the only thing that speaks is money, and that's it.
You know what sucks even more? The player, the fan that doesn't want to play this because you know what? I'll go listen to it on radio. A lot of these markets, they're closing their radio station who had rights to broadcast the games. So if they can't catch it on TV, they can no longer go listen to it on the radio anymore.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
It sucks.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So it's like that option is gone too.
They force people. They're forcing people to pay.
Exactly.
I think they're forcing people to go more the pirated way. That's what people. That's like your IPTV. People are gonna go that. Fuck, I'm paying this. I'm just gonna pay $10 a month on this illegal thing, and I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. If they're gonna, it's gonna be who's gonna pay and who's gonna go the illegal way, right?
Yeah.
And another thing, this is an afterthought, but I found what annoying last season was the commentary, because it's not always the same commentary you like.
Yeah.
You're watching on these different channels.
Yeah.
It's not as good. It's a different voice, a different type of
It's
commenting, and it kind of I didn't like it.
The same experience. Not the same experience.
Exactly. There's RDS, the guy you love from RDS, Jean Hood. No, what's his name?
Jean Hood.
No, it's not Jean Hood. What's his name?
His last name is Hood.
Pierre Hood.
Pierre Hood.
Anyway. There's that, he's part of the show too, that voice. So when you get some guy that's a new channel that's doing it, they don't have like the same experts or like experienced commentary, it sucks. Like sometimes they're talking about their kids, and it's the game on. Anyway, that's an exaggeration.
You know where I'm standing right now is with Amazon, since they have the right. Obviously, they're going to broadcast in English, but will they broadcast in French? That's another outcome. Will they broadcast in French? I do not know. Right? Because if they have to broadcast 7 games...
Right now, they're not broadcasting all the games. It's being split. Right?
Yeah, but when it's Montreal games...
But right now, the 7 games that they're going to broadcast, they need to broadcast in French and English. They have the rights. Are they going to do it?
No, but the games that they're broadcasting in English, it won't be available on English television. It'll still be available on the French.
So RDS will still have that game?
But they have the exclusivity, so the people that are commenting, the commentators and the people that comments and everything are going to be exclusive. Because I remember last year, Monday night Amazon hockey, Montreal's playing, and all of a sudden the game is broadcast, and we see the person in the middle, which is usually there's a French guy that is there. He's not there because Amazon is exclusive. So we have somebody completely different that is down there, like giving comments and everything. And they're like, what is he doing there? Well, because of the exclusivity of the deal with Amazon and with Rogers, obviously they need to have an English team and a French team. Now I'm curious to see if they will have a French team that's going to cover that.
I think
they're
going to have exclusivity on the games that they have, and it won't be broadcast on the other English. But I think either TVA or RDS will be able to broadcast it
I would have to check
through
on
Amazon.
Probably the
it makes
images.
sense.
The images, but like I said, last year it was exclusive to Amazon because they paid. So now I'm going to have to make verification to see if the team that's going to be present to comment and everything is going to be only English or French, or are they going to have a deal with the French I don't know. Honestly, it's crazy, but it's not a simple thing now.
What about the Punjabi? You ever see the Punjabi?
Yeah.
Punjabi comedy, it's amazing. You don't know what they're saying, but it's awesome. All right,
Anyways.
just want to hit the chat, guys. Mike Trick Play says the picture quality on Amazon is really sharp, which is true.
Yes.
It's actually very good quality. I always watch on Prime whenever possible, even if the commentary isn't the greatest. Yeah, that's what I was saying. The commentary is off when you watch other platforms. I just want to watch easy. Sí, melhor. Tom Crotchman. Mike Johnson is my favorite color guy who does Habs games.
Yes, he's good.
Yeah.
Same Tom Crotchman. I hope he does more than this season. Mike Trick plays 2. Tom Crotchman. Yes, same. Mike Johnson, number 1. Tom Crotchman again. They gotta end the blackouts.
Yes, I agree. They're so annoying.
They are
So annoying.
find a game and you don't know where it is. It's really hard to find.
No, you're blacked out because it's not in your region. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's playing somewhere else that has exclusivity.
Yes, exactly.
Mike Tricks, and people wonder why so many simply choose illegal streams. That's what I was saying. People are gonna start going to IPTV, like you said. All right, so we're done for this. So yeah Prime sucks. We all agree.
It doesn't suck. The way it's structured sucks, man.
Well, the whole the multi-platform.
We need to put in perspective. That's pure marketing. It's a loss leader for Amazon. They're not making money with it, but they know. And if ever they invested there, it's because they know there's going to be a return on this. Definitely. So that's the reason why they did that.
It's smart business, but it's just for the average fan, it's a pain in the ass.
It's a pain in the ass. I so agree with you.
All right,
guys. If you're digging what we're doing, drop us a line in the chat, as you guys are. And if you're watching us live, we're taking a break. This is our last episode for the season, so we're probably pretty much taking August off, and we'll come back September. So hope you guys come back in September. So to do so, make sure you subscribe and so you're aware when the next time we come back. Click the notifications. You're absolutely right, though. All right, next topic. All right, so Steve came up with this one. I like this one. What trades in Habs history have broken the fans' hearts? Montreal's 24 Stanley Cups, yet every brilliant move is often overshadowed by trades that enrage the fan base and alter the franchise trajectory. Looking back, these decisions have sparked heated debates and left a lasting mark on the team's history. Yeah, I think we should go once each person around the table and say one trade that they were unhappy about. Steve, since you brought up, you start off. What's one trade?
Yeah, I mean, just wanted to give some nostalgia to this kind of a bit of tonight, and especially all this trade talk and everything. I thought it'd be a good idea just to get a tissue, box of tissues and start crying a bit.
You need a shoulder, Steve?
You just brought me back that one time.
This is a safe place, Steve.
Thank you. I really need to talk about this, guys. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's exactly what I want to talk about. And he's touching the easiest one, of course, is the.
You shot your load too early, Tom Crotchman.
No, that's a good one.
But well, that's exactly what I want
definitely.
to talk about. That hurt the most. When that happened, when Montreal lost, that changed the organization so much.
Oh, yeah.
When Patrick got traded for that, terrible deal, by the way. What they got in return was garbage. They even they let go of Mike Keenan. Mike Keane, right?
Mike Keane, yeah.
So
who was the
Keenan was the coach?
Who
was the general manager?
Where in
Montreal?
In Montreal, it was Régent Houle.
Régent Houle,
yeah,
exactly.
Awful.
Yeah, Régent Houle.
Yeah, so we lost Mike Keane
and
Patrick Roy, and who do we get?
Ronald Corey,
Jocelyn Thibault in return. We got Martin Rushinsky, which
we couldn't
was
get
decent.
Fizet.
Yeah.
He was kind of good. And Andrei Kovalenko,
Yeah.
who we only had for a season.
Who was supposed to be a super top-notch player
was.
back in the days. He was good, but was not the player that he supposed to be.
Brzezinski ended up being better.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
That he was not a organizational, not a big player that
I think
we
Montreal
needed.
wanted Ricci back, if I'm not mistaken. They couldn't get him.
Anyway, so I thought
Right.
that was an easy, that was a layup.
Every
Just
team.
put it that way.
I think that definitely set us back years, man. That trade.
Yeah. It killed it, man, for us.
And not only it killed the organization for at least the
Killed the fan
next,
base.
the next 10, 12 years, we suffered.
I don't think we still
really-
recovered.
We still we suffered so much. At one point, we had an American team, AHL team on the ice.
Oh yeah.
I was listening to the game. It was like I didn't see the light at the end of the tunnel back in the days. It was insane. It was terrible. It was terrible.
Dude, every time that fucker talks
For
on
a stupid
TV,
team.
every time that guy Tremblay, every time that guy talks, I just want to fucking don't. What are you talking about? What the fuck? Like,
I
it's
can't
his
see it,
fault.
yeah.
It's his fucking fault, and I don't know how we.
Hold on a second. Patrick also has an ego. Let's not forget that.
Oh, wait, so-
I know, but why keep him in the game? He has an ego, and why go to such lengths to what do you want? He's trying to break down Roy so you can control him
It's-
more.
it's-
Like,
I mean,
it's-
when you're at 8 goals there, like I don't know why you're leaving your goalie in net.
exactly,
Okay.
it's embarrassing. Why put your top player?
I don't know why he was there as a coach to begin with.
He was a yes man for Réjean.
He was a good friend of Réjean.
No,
They
Réjean
played
was a
together.
yes man to Ronald
Yeah,
Corey.
exactly.
That's what the
Well,
problem
Yeah.
was.
So
Keeps
Because
on.
ever since what's his name there, the old GM
There's Savard.
Harrison Savard
Savard,
left,
yeah.
it went downhill. He was
going
good.
downhill. I mean, you're talking about you're there's not even comparison between
Yeah.
one or the other.
I know. That's
You
what
know?
I'm saying.
Yeah, there's no comparison.
So I heard that in once upon a time when in the 80s, well, because they were Patrick Roy and Mario Tremblay, they won the Stanley Cup together, right?
Excuse me?
Didn't Mario Tremblay was he on the team when they
In 86,
in
yeah.
86.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like Tremblay was kind of like shitting on Roy back in 86. He used to like
Right, he's a fucking asshole. Yeah,
yeah,
probably.
he's a douchebag when it comes to him. And like he was making fun of his accent. He was like, trying to always embarrass Roy and stuff. And I guess he always had a bone to pick on with Roy. Can you imagine? Like, why would you have Tremblay as your coach and you have like,
He's not the decision maker, Rob.
it's
But I get it.
Yeah.
That was a big thing. Even the Chelios trades, trading Chelios, that hurt the Canadiens.
Yes, but we all know why he got traded.
Yes, I know that.
Okay, so we're not going to put it on the table, but
Okay, let's
yeah.
touch a bit on it because it's still I don't know, is it clear 100%?
yes,
He was screwing someone's wife, right? That's what it was, no?
Who's
Uh,
is it
What's his name?
Patrick?
Stéphane Richer. No,
The
was
fan
it,
of the shake.
who was it? I forget who it was. It was so long ago.
Stevenson, no?
Corey,
Huh?
Oh
Who?
my lord!
Ronald Corey.
Oh yeah?
We got the inside scoop.
No, I forgot who it was. It was so long ago. I was young.
I mean, listen. I mean, it's past, but I mean, yeah, it was a trade that was forced in, and obviously there was a lot of stuff like behind the scenes that forced that trade. Obviously, yes, we got a good player. Denis Savard was a good player, but Denis Savard was at the end of his career.
Yeah.
So we were
Mr.
supposed to have,
Spinorama.
yeah. So we were supposed to have.
That trade shouldn't have happened. I'm sorry. That trade hurt us because look at the career that guy had. The career he had in Montreal. And look at the career he had after. That guy would have made a significant change to our team. And I'm sorry, that was a bad move. That was a bad move.
So it was a bad move, and also you have well, obviously the PK trade. Everybody's going to talk about it.
100%.
Not necessarily
Obviously.
because we still won with Weber. You know what's worse than the PK trade? The Ryan McDonough and
Scott
Gomez.
Gomez. That was crap.
was bad.
That was
That's
bad.
crap.
That was bad.
That was very bad.
No, but
That was a bad trade.
so the Weber and Subban trade, what gets me is not yes. We win. It was a win-win thing, okay?
but I get you both. Where you're coming
it was
from.
an emotional
Yes.
thing because
Yeah. He
PK
was a
brought
favorite.
so much energy.
Yes.
And he was at his prime.
Yeah.
Weber was kind of at the end, right? So
But he gave us all he had. Honestly, Weber gave us everything
I'm
that
not
he had.
taking away what he brought us, but I'm just saying what could have been if he would have stayed in Montreal and not gone to Nashville. Things maybe could have worked out. Maybe he still could have been playing, right? Because his career went down from there, right?
Yeah.
after that, yeah.
Oh yeah,
And then you have the John Leclerc and Eric Desjardins
that was rough.
to Philadelphia.
That was rough.
That was also a trade that hurt Montreal. John Leclerc was an amazing player.
Oh my gosh,
He helped us win the cup, right?
he kicked ass in Philly.
Yeah, and Eric.
Yeah, but anyone on that line, the Legion of Doom would have
and
kicked
Eric
us.
Desjardins was a top tier defenseman, and he had an amazing career in with Philadelphia.
Yeah.
So that was another. It was
Can I jump in on one?
yeah. Go ahead.
But this is probably not as, these players are not as legendary and stuff like that, but I always never liked the Drouin and Sergachev trade.
Agreed.
Yes,
I think Sergachev would have been a much better asset to have in Montreal.
I never
than-
liked it either. The moment they did it.
I think Drouin, he came here. I was hoping he'd be a star, but he never panned
Not
out
that-
to be.
It's not that I didn't want Drouin here. I thought he was a great player. You know why I didn't agree with it? Because they wanted to bring him here, convert him to a center. He's not a centerman. He was a winger. So they couldn't find themselves a centerman. So they say, let's take him and let's make it our pet project to convert Drouin into a centerman.
Yep.
And that's where they fucked up.
Mm.
And we lost a potential top line defenseman.
Yeah.
Top
Yes.
and look what he ended up turning out.
But back in
Yeah.
the days when Montreal made the trade, we really needed a center, right?
That's right.
We're desperate.
And everybody was welcoming that trade. Unfortunately, Drouin did not deliver the way people were expecting him to deliver. And he came to Montreal, and we all know that in Montreal the pressure is tough on the French Canadian players. So it was not
He's
easy.
just a
He
duck.
redeemed himself, Bergevin, though, with losing Sergachev for a center that didn't work. He went to go get Suzuki.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll give him that.
Yes. Yeah.
That was a great
That
move.
was a great move.
He traded for what's his name there,
Tatar.
Tatar,
Yeah.
and he had to include the end. But it turned out that the gem
And you know
was,
what? And you
was
know what?
Suzuki.
And Tatar, when he came to Montreal,
He was a good player.
he
I
was a
liked
good
him.
player, and he
Yeah,
helped
I
us
liked
a
him.
lot.
Yeah.
Like he was a good player. He and you know what?
I
Yeah.
agree.
Montreal won that trade like 200%. There's no doubt about it. And look at where we're at right now. We traded a captain, and we got a new captain basically for that
Yeah.
trade. You know,
Got to trade a captain for
Exactly.
a captain.
Guys, I was never a big fan of Max Pacioretty. I'm
Not
sorry.
me neither.
But
Me
at the
neither.
time, that's all we had.
Especially when they scored, when Montreal scored 10 goals and he did not have 1 point, and then
Oh,
he was
yeah.
complaining in the room.
That's a
happened?
captain.
yeah,
that's a captain.
That's a team player. Come on. I mean,
I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
Remember,
Everybody's
guys-
celebrating
I
the
forgot about
win,
that.
and all of a sudden you see Pacioretty like he's not smiling and everything. You're like,
Oh, yeah.
everybody's celebrating. I do not have any points. What is this? It doesn't make sense. You know?
It's so funny. Our top line at one point was Pacioretty and Desharnais.
Yeah.
That was our top. And our
And
only
Gallagher.
line.
And Gallagher.
And Gallagher. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. Gallagher was
Yeah.
there. But that was our, not even a top line. It was our only line.
It was like it was rough. It
It
was
was a
rough.
rough time.
It was rough.
Yeah. I just want to hit the chat. Let's see what the chat says. All right. Patrick Watt trade. Tom Crouch. I always say Tom Cochran. The guy who was Life is a highway.
Tom
Tom Cochran. Tom Crouchman. Patrick Watt almost made me change my favorite teams.
You know what? A lot of people bought Colorado
course.
jerseys after.
After
Oh,
that,
for sure.
a
Yeah.
lot of
time.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Tom Crouchman. Keen was a captain.
Yes.
Just
Yeah,
captain at the
true.
time. Mike Trix plays. Most recent, truly heartbreaking one I can remember was Subban, even if we got a really great player in return.
Yes, okay.
It hurt.
Tom Crouchman. Tremblay ruined the team when he fought Goodwill, 100%. I can never listen to that guy. Every time he speaks, I go,
Yes.
what do you know? Tom Crouchman and Hule ruined it with his
Hull.
trades for sure. Hule?
Cool.
Yeah.
Jean-Noël.
Simayar, I blame Mario Tremblay. Yes. Tom Crouchman again. Why fight with the leader of the team?
Hold on. I don't blame Tremblay. Tremblay was a dick for doing it. At the end of the day, it's the GM. The GM was a dickhead, and he got taken advantage by, what was his name in Colorado, the GM?
Yeah, but there was a trade no matter what. The trade was bad, but still, Patrick Roy said he'll never play another game for Montreal. So he's either way when Patrick Roy was out. So you can complain about the trade.
They could have just fired the coach and everything would have been fine.
They could have, honestly, sit down, Pat, and say, "Hey, Pat, let's do our best here."
Have you seen Patrick Roy?
I understand.
That guy loses his shit all the time.
I know, but
Pascal, what was his
patch it up,
name?
man.
I'm looking for him.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I know.
He's a French Canadian.
Just kidding.
Okay, let me get through these chats, guys. Let me get through these chats while you're searching. White Fight Leader Team. Honorable, heartbreaking moment was when we didn't re-sign Radulov after he was clearly our best forward that season. And Bergie's buy a dog comment. I remember that when he did not sign Markov for 1 year more.
Okay, so it's not we didn't sign Radulov.
No.
Radulov got offered the same contract that Dallas had. He was making the same money. He just chose to go there because of...
Yeah. And the name you were looking at is Pierre Lacroix.
Pierre Lacroix,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, but
He's great.
Pierre Lacroix was up there, and Réjean.
He took advantage.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he did not have a whole lot of experience. He was just named.
Montreal was put in a corner. He goes, I'll help you out.
He was named. He's named general manager, and the first thing he has to do, he has to trade the best goalie in the world.
He's never made a trade before in his life.
Exactly. I mean, it was not an
He
easy task.
He knew his ass from his elbow.
He
His ass from his elbow, this guy.
Yeah.
Réjean Houle.
And right after, the same year, he got traded, and Colorado won the cup. So
Exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy.
so
And Quebec lost. That's a fucked up story.
Oh,
man.
my
Quebec
God.
lost the team.
yeah.
Patrick Roy goes there. They win the Stanley Cup.
And I so remember when Quebec, they lost the team when Lindros got drafted, and then he decided not to come, and he got traded to Philadelphia. But way after, we heard and we learned why Lindros did not come to Quebec. And it was behind closed doors. Something. And it was.
I thought it was because he didn't like Quebec.
No, the owner. He didn't want to be affiliated with a team owned by because he didn't. The owner that owned the
Quebec Nordiques,
the Quebec Nordiques / Colorado Avalanche.
Yeah.
He didn't believe in his ideology. I don't know what he did exactly. I forgot what it was. He brought it up in an interview. Finally, he goes, "I shouldn't be saying this," but he said it. Do you remember what it was? It was something he had a problem with the owner.
He had a problem with the owner because something happened behind closed doors with the owner and a family member.
Oh yeah, he insulted something about his mother or something.
But was it Aubry who owned it?
Marcel Aubry.
Marcel Aubry?
Yeah.
He
And
owned the Nordiques.
Yeah.
Bro, that guy is honestly a fucking douchebag. Okay, you guys, I had him as a customer. I know what I'm talking about. He was such a bozo, honestly.
And don't forget that
he said it in an interview once, but I forgot what it was. He said something derogatory about his family.
Yeah. And what happened is that because of that, the Lindros family decided to backtrack and said he's not playing there. But a lot of people thought that Lindros had a lot of different issues with French Canadians.
He didn't like Quebec. That's what I thought.
I'm tell you something.
He's married. But also, Nordiques was a shitty team too.
Yeah,
they're the shittiest team.
Married.
No, they weren't.
He's married to a French Canadian girl today.
Okay, there you go.
Right?
The Nordiques were not a shitty team when
No,
he got
they were
drafted.
not.
How come they got Larry Lindros? They're in last place.
Huh?
That's why they got Larry Lindros, is because they're in last place.
No, I don't know how they got if they was through a trade or something, but they had freaking Peter.
No, they was the first round pick.
No, they had Joe Sakic, they had Mike Reed.
Yes, they had it, but at the time they were the worst team in the league.
Yeah, but they were all young. These guys, these were up and coming.
And don't forget one thing: when Joe Sakic was playing for the Quebec Nordiques, he's the only player that almost scores 50 goals with a team that finished last. That's the first thing.
Mm-hmm.
First year, Joe Sakic was wearing number 88. Everybody knew that Lindros would be the first round pick, and they approached Joe Sakic to say
for Lindros to have the number.
Say, you should change your number.
Okay, they ended up getting Peter Forsberg.
Yeah, oh yeah. And
actually, let's talk about that freaking trade, because that in itself, I mean, like as a Nordiques
that was insane.
fan,
That was insane too. It was
incredible.
an insane trade.
6 players. They got Peter Forsberg, Ron Hextall, Mike Ricci, Steve Duchesne, Gary Huffman, I don't know about it, and Chris Simon. I think Chris Simon was pretty
Yeah,
good.
Chris Simon
Yeah,
was
Chris
very
Simon.
good. A tough guy. Tough as nails, that guy.
2 draft picks. They got the 93 and 94 first round draft picks.
Do you know who they got?
I don't
They
know.
don't say.
And then 15 million cash on top of that. Bro,
You could do that.
back in the day,
Yeah,
it looks
back
like
in the
You give cash. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
that's an amazing deal. But they let go just of Eric Lindros. That's
Yeah.
it.
That's
But
it.
he
Just
was-
Lindros.
Amazing, man.
And I don't know
He
if
was
you
that
know,
good.
but Eric Lindros did not play one game in the NHL,
And
and
he was
able to play with Team Canada.
Yeah.
With Team Canada, so he played with all these big guys. He never stepped foot
You know why?
on the ice.
because of the type of player he was.
He was
so big.
Yeah.
He was so dominant.
Yeah.
He was the true power
exactly.
forward.
Yeah.
That was
He
crazy.
was he had an amazing career. You know, he had an amazing career. He didn't win the cup, but he had an amazing career. Like until
Finished early though, huh?
Scott Steven kind of took care of business.
Imagine his
As
type of
usual.
player in this NHL today. It would be great.
He was insane, but going back in the days there, but yeah.
Let me just finish off the chat
Sure.
here. Right. So Mike Trix plays bad trade and heartbreaking trade are two distinctly different things, in my opinion. Although one can be both. Example: raw trade.
Yeah.
Oh my God! What happened? All right. Subban trade was heartbreaking, but not bad. Suzuki trade was dumb luck. I don't know if it was dumb luck. Well, he wanted Cody Glass and Bergie settled for Big Nick. True story. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of remember this
Yes,
too.
yes.
So Bergevin didn't see potential in Suzuki. He just got it by luck, you're saying?
No, he first asked for Cody Glass. They didn't want to give him up, so then he asked for Nick Suzuki. A lot of people in Vegas didn't want to give him up, but he was a center, so they gave Suzuki. But he was in the focal point of it. He was an add-on, but it worked out
exactly.
great.
Yeah, the Tatar was probably the vocal point.
At
He was
the
the
point.
main. He was the main thing. I can't even give Bergevin credit for that trade because he wanted Cody Glass instead of Suzuki. And
Yes.
Vegas said no. Kyle Rance, exactly. Kyle's rant. What's up, Kyle's rants? Not a trade, but letting Kovalev and Koivu walk in 2009 was heartbreaking. Let them walk. Not even attempt to sign them. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Koivu too was a special case. Was a special player.
Mike Trix Play says 100% to that.
Yeah, but put Koivu on any other team, he's not a first line center.
No, I
Fine.
agree. I agree with you. And they got rid of two big centermen because of him, right? Pierre Turgeon and
Pierre
Vincent D'Anfous back in the days. They decided to let them go, and then
Well, I would put Pierre Turgeon ahead of Koivu, but I wouldn't put D'Anfous ahead of Koivu.
but I think I'm mistaken. It's not D'Anfous I'm talking about. It's
Just going to continue down the chat. Top Crotchman, screwing Markov hurts for sure. Tom Crotchman, he was one of my favorite D in Habs history.
Who's this? Markov? Yeah, me too.
Markov. He
Me
was
too.
awesome.
Yeah,
But when they didn't sign him, he was kind of at his end.
no, he could have done another.
So he could have played, yeah?
Yeah, for sure.
Kyle's rants, don't forget they traded him twice to Philly and to the Rangers. The Rangers package was also insane, including young Alex Kovalev. Talking about what? They traded him twice. Philly. You know what he's talking about? Traded him twice to Philly. Mike Camilleri trade, but during the Calgary game during first intermission.
That was
fucked
Oh,
up.
yeah.
That's so wild.
yeah, that was right. It was Vincent D'Anfous, and yeah,
Oh my God.
Mike Camilleri mid-game
I thought it was
trade.
Ribeiro. I thought it was Mike Ribeiro, but
No.
I made a mistake because it was D'Anfous. But yes, Mike Camilleri. And if ever I go back, there's the Rod Langway, but Rod Langway.
I was 2
Yeah,
years
we
old.
were pretty young, but that was also a trade that shocked because Rod Langway was a Norris.
Rod Langway?
He was a Norris Trophy winner. He went to Washington.
They have a good career after that?
Yeah. So it's tough. Just like Chris Chelios is the same thing. He got traded,
Oh, yeah.
and then in Chicago, like he won the Norris.
Twice.
And, yeah.
And then he went to Detroit.
Yeah.
And we're still on Stanley Cups there.
Yeah. And I can tell you that first of all, he was a hell of a player, but
He played like very old, huh?
yeah,
He played
yeah,
like
41 till.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And he was a machine. Like a friend of mine played with him, and he told me, he goes, nobody was able to follow this guy. Off the ice, on the ice, he was...
He worked hard to get into the NHL because he was undrafted,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, he was a...
oh yeah, he was undrafted.
Yeah, he was a special character. Like even now, sometimes he goes and he comments on some games there. He has that personality.
He got signed on a tryout with the Canadiens.
Yeah. So
Personal tryout.
Yeah. But what a player. What a player.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tom Crotchman and Cal Vance says Lily of the Valley. Do you guys know what that is? Lily of the Valley?
Guys, you have to expand on that because I'm clueless.
Yeah, could you guys expand on that? They traded him to both teams. Oh, maybe they're talking about what I was asking about before. They traded him twice to Philly. Maybe they're talking about that, Lily of the Valley. They traded him both teams, and the league had to step in and decide who got Lindros.
Anyway.
Guys, we appreciate the chat, man. You guys make it really interesting. Appreciate it. Okay, we're going to move on to the next topic, our final topic. All right. Well, so this is recent news. This was yesterday, right? Where it broke?
Yeah.
What does Macklin Celebrini's long-term extension mean for the Sharks, and how might it affect the Canadiens in the NHL? The San Jose Sharks have made a significant statement by signing Macklin Celebrini to a 5-year, $94 million extension. This deal follows Leo Carlsson's recent extension and could establish a new benchmark for the NHL's next superstars. With rising costs for elite talent, will the Canadiens be positioned to benefit as other teams face difficult salary cap decisions? I guess it's a no-brainer that Montreal's looking at this and laughing. Well,
no, they're not laughing.
Management is laughing for sure.
Nobody's laughing.
It's gonna raise the bar for anyone they sign moving forward because they go with the market.
Yeah, but they have a good car. They have a good court to build on that because of
they have
the
a good
contracts
core.
they signed.
But I have a question.
Yeah.
My question is the following. We know that Celebrini signed 18.8, right?
The only reason is because of Carlsson.
If ever Carlsson would have not had that $18 million contract, do we think that Celebrini would have gotten 18.8? No. I don't think so.
No, but he's deserving of whatever he got.
And what I don't understand is it true that Bedard left money on the table at 15? Because I think
you should have waited a bit. You should have waited a bit.
No, I don't think so. I don't think he's not in the same... He's not in the same.
Celebrini.
Yeah. No.
What about Carlsson?
Maybe, yeah, but Philadelphia, they did nothing wrong, but that's what they decided to offer him, right? And
that's the thing. It's a hostile, trying to take over type of thing, you know. Like,
well, they were trying to make sure they could get him, but
so they opened up this Pandora's box, pretty much.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
And now
I find Philadelphia should have done this to a team that's in their division. They try and screw up the team in your division.
Exactly.
I would see that as a smart move doing that.
But that's what they needed. That's what they wanted, right?
Hypothetically, if ever Zarovsky, I'm giving him or Age as an example, they join Montreal and ends up having Rookie of the Year, makes 70 points. We have to sign him. What do we do? What does the general...
Well, right now, that's a great question. But right now, and it's the consensus. You want to play for Montreal, like you gotta give in to the culture.
Yeah, I would think so too.
Montreal is still gonna. They're not gonna get a $6, $7, $8 million contract, $9 million contract. It's gonna be a little bit higher with the market. I would say maybe anywhere between 10 and 12, maybe 13. But it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be an $18 million contract, $15 million contract. No way, man.
No, but I think Pascal brings a good point, saying all these guys took a hit for the team, and then Zarovsky or Hage comes in and gets $50 million, and hey, we took a hit. This guy's not taking a hit. That's gonna cause.
But they are gonna be taking a hit because they could if these guys win Rookie of the Year, and Montreal decides to sign them early to avoid an offer sheet. they can easily if they want to go with the market these guys want to cash in, they can ask for 15, 16, 17 million dollars. But Montreal might, or $17 million is pushing it. I'm just saying maybe 14, 15 million. I think it's going to be more around 11, 12.
Yeah.
You know?
That's reasonable.
And that will be the same thing as when Lane Hudson and Demidov took 8, 9.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but I'm saying, what happens if Hage and Zborowski come in? They play a year, they're great players, and they ask for $15 million. Whatever, let's just say.
They're allowed to.
Of course they're allowed to. I'm saying this. What happens in the room when everyone took a hit and these guys are trying to make the big bucks? That could put some animosity in the room, right?
Yes, hopefully they're grown-ups. Let's just put it that way. You know, it could create friction, but
I think that the friction that would happen with Montreal, if it happens, will be exactly the friction that will happen at Anaheim when the guy's going to step in at 18 million in the room. That's exactly what's going to happen.
I think when that time comes, Montreal has done so good so far with so many signings that when that time comes, I think because they always compare to someone else on the team, right?
Yeah.
So they're gonna like the Demidov. They didn't compare it to Hudson. They compare compare more to Hudson than versus Dobson, because Dobson was a pickup off the market, right? So when they come in, they're gonna compare to players on the team, and they're gonna say, "Listen, this is the culture here." I don't think it's gonna be a problem.
What do we prefer more? Back in the days, we were allocating big contracts for players that delivered. Now we're giving big contracts to players, and we hope that they will deliver.
Mm-hmm.
What do we prefer? Because putting a deal on Celebrini is not a sure. It is a sure thing. We agree.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay, it is a sure thing, but there can be a disappointment somewhere. You know,
there's always a risk.
There's a risk. You don't know.
Even with Hudson, there's gonna be a risk.
Exactly,
right?
just like the players. But so we're, you know, like we gave money. We gave money a lot to, let's say, Hudson. He had 2 great seasons, granted, but we are unsure. We planned that he will, but what if? But back in the days, you were delivering, just like Gallagher as an example, and then we gave him his contract, and all of a sudden it started to hurt because we said that, you know, like he's not delivering for the amount, but he did not get his contract for what he accomplished on that.
He earned it.
Yeah, but Celebrini's contract is only 5 years.
Yeah,
he's going to be an unrestricted free agent at 26.
Yeah, this is it.
This guy's going to rack it in. He's racking it in.
Oh yeah, definitely. For sure. There's no doubt.
Big
because,
money.
I mean, he's going to probably be the face of the NHL, obviously, right? But maybe my example with Celebrini, but Celebrini is he's ahead of everyone.
He's a Crosby.
But the other
but
the other players that we allocate, as an example, Carlson, $18 million. Do we think that Carlson is going to make 120 points in his career? Because I expect him to do this, because if McDavid is making 130 points, we need to expect him to make the same.
Do you think Kaprizov earned the $17 million?
That's the exact same thing. I'm saying is that do we think, and of course they gave him the contract. Obviously they wanted to keep him, both of them. But you know, there's a certain limit where you say, where does this player is going to bring me at that amount of money? You know, $18 million is a lot.
Yeah, it jumped pretty fast.
Celebrini, I don't have an issue.
I don't think Carlson is gonna deliver. Like, I'm talking about productivity. I don't think he's gonna deliver the amount of productivity for the amount of money he gets. I don't think so.
The reason they had no problem giving that is because of the projection. They're seeing the salary cap going.
Agreed.
But some teams, some of these teams are going to be in a lot of problems, which is why the advantage. Like Montreal is going to start having to pay for these players.
Yeah,
eventually,
sure.
like Brian said.
Yeah.
And like, what are you going to give players like Zborowski and Hage coming forward? But at the same time, with all these team-friendly deals that they signed, and they signed already their core players. If down the line now the teams get stuck in a situation where, you know what, I'm stuck. Montreal's sitting pretty to bail out these players. They're going to be one of the few teams where you say, you know what, you signed one, you can't sign another. Let's make a deal. I can take on this contract, right? So and Montreal has an opportunity.
To add, what you're saying is the following: if Montreal wins 1, 2, or 3 Stanley Cups within the next 10, 12 years, everybody's going to say they are geniuses. But if ever Montreal does not win the cup, then it's going to be another ballgame.
Yeah, but you see, it's the most difficult trophy to win in all of sports, right? Yeah. So what I look at is, are they building the right way? At the end of the day, you can't be certain you can build the best team, but sometimes it just doesn't happen, right? You know, like Edmonton has the best player in the world.
Yeah. And did not,
you know, but they're giving themselves the best chance to win and to build. So when they're ready, they can hit the nail on the head, right?
Yeah.
So, but we don't know for sure, right? It's so difficult to win, and with more games and with more teams coming in, it's making it even more difficult. It's not a 6-team league anymore.
And not only that, like playing 84 games,
right?
It's a lot. It's demanding. It's hard. It's not easy. And you see all these players getting injured with the playoffs, and yet they had more games instead of removing games. They just, you know, I think it would have been better for them to remove games and add some teams to make the playoffs, because I think the playoff hockey is.
But they're adding teams only because it's for revenue.
Yeah, exactly.
Those extra 2 games brings in so much money to the broadcasting. It's insane.
Yeah,
and also to the venues, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because it's. I mean, again, it's all about money. It's about money, and because the players are getting injured, and it doesn't matter. We're putting more games because it's all about the money. And it's unfortunate because it's the athlete that pays the price. You know, when you play a full season plus the playoffs, and then afterwards you have 1.5 months of rest, and then you're trying to recoup. It's tough. And you see the teams that are most of the teams that makes it far in the playoffs, the next season, there's always people that are getting injured like crazy.
Yeah, you saw with Florida.
Yeah, it's
after
crazy.
2 seasons of back-to-back.
It's tough.
Yeah.
At one point, it's. I mean, I understand you want to make money. I understand the players are machines, but at the end of the day, they're human beings and they need to rest as well. You know, so it's crazy. But what do you want? Money talks. Bullshit walks. That's how it is.
But it's going to be interesting, though, to get back on track. It's going to be interesting to see how this continues to evolve, right? Because there's a lot of teams that still need to sign players, right?
Yep.
And Salabrini only got signed now to avoid it's only kicking in not this season, the season. Yeah.
The thing is we agree that Celebrini is a generational player. Right?
He turned into one. Yeah,
I think he's gonna be that type of player. But Leo Carlson, I do not see him. He's a good player. Don't get me wrong.
He's a franchise player.
Is he generational? I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure.
Oh,
well, he got 100 points. Calvary got 100 points in the second season. You know,
which in today's hockey, as a rookie. Like not as a young player is insane.
So they had a good question today on the radio. So let me know. So I'll ask it to you. There's two ways to ask it to you. So if you have Celebrini and Demidov, okay, who would you rather have on your team? This is one part of the question. Celebrini or Demidov? Right? You picked Celebrini, right? Celebrini, they both had more or less the same rookie season, but Celebrini had a 100-point season, and Demidov, we're going to see what happens, right?
Yeah.
I picked Celebrini too, right? Who would you have, Celebrini or Demidov on $18 million for 5 years, or $9 million for 8 years?
Yeah, well,
Who would you
Yeah,
have?
that's an easy
Davidov.
win for
No, it's not that
Davidov.
easy.
Oh, for me, it's
Because for me, Celebrini is a lot better player than Demidov, right?
Yes.
Oh, we don't know yet. We don't know yet.
Celebrini is
is he
insane. He's insane.
is he twice as good as Demidov? Because that's what he makes.
That's the
more.
price you're
That's
paying.
it.
This
No,
is
but
this
I'm
is how
just
I
looking
see
at the
it.
type of contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's you're getting him for 18.8 million
Yeah,
for
for
5
5
years,
years.
and then you got to resign him. Demidov,
It's 8 years.
it's almost
Yeah.
the same,
Yeah.
but you're getting him for less than half,
Yeah.
and you're getting him for 8 years. And if you're projecting that he's gonna get 100
Mhm.
points this year or maybe next, is it worth maybe taking Demidov, or would you go with, or do you don't think Demidov is gonna reach the caliber of points that Celebrini is? It's a good question, no?
It is a good question.
I was
It's-
because if you just look at a player.
They are both
but when
they're
you
high-
include the contract, it's a different story, huh?
Yeah, they are highly skilled. There's no doubt. Of course, when you put the contracts in perspective, it makes you think,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
Because I mean, money wise, the thing is, it's also who surrounds you, right? I think that Celebrini. It's so tough. I think Celebrini as a player is going to be able to make other. He can score goals, and he's also able to be a playmaker.
It also depends the type of team you have too, right?
I think that Demidov is more a playmaker than a goal scorer. It's funny, huh?
But the question is if you're building a team,
yeah.
okay, and you needed to pick one or the other, including the contract,
I
who would it
really
be?
love Demidov, but today now, I would probably go with Celebrini because
At
If
that
it's just
price?
no, but
Yeah.
I'm talking about including the contract because
Demidov.
The price.
Demidov.
because for me, I would like to pick
Yeah.
Celebrini,
Yeah.
but at that price, if you're gonna get similar things, that money could be allocated after to get something else and really be
I
competitive.
so agree with you.
So
And-
so that's why it's intriguing
Yeah.
to take that lesser, you know.
And you know what? If I go into your perspective, is the following: you take the proportion, right? So you take the productivity, you divide it by the amount of the contract, and you see the ratio between one and the other. And that's why when I said to you, do you think that Celebrini is 2 times better than Demidov? Meaning that is he going to make double the amount of points that Demidov is going to make?
I don't think double.
No, it's not possible. He's
So-
going to make 200 points. Gretzky,
How many
there's one
Celebrini-
player in all the history that made 200 points 4 times. That's it.
Wayne Gretzky.
And we all know who
Exactly.
Oh.
There's a certain point. Like, what did Celebrini do? 110 points last season? What?
Roughly.
Okay.
it is. Like
and,
maybe a little bit less, but he
And Demidov? What did he do?
Demidov-
Yeah, but it was
75?
60,
62,
60, yeah.
Okay, it's his first, you
Yeah.
know, it's his
But
rookie season as well.
that's what Celebrini did his first season
Yeah,
too.
Okay.
exactly. And he was no, Celebrini finished second. It's true. It's Hudson that took the
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
So if you present the question like this with no
52.
contract, one, but with a contract and the
Yeah.
other, and
I'm the same way.
yeah, and the money again, it's all about the money, but also about what you can get more in the team in order for you to have a team that's going to be competitive. Yeah.
You're there you go. We're at freaking, you know, like we're in February. We need to trade somebody. We have no more cash in the freaking pockets. Why? Because Mr. Joe Blow here freaking took all the cash, you know, and instead we have our team that's all cap, you know, friendly here. And all of a sudden we need to, we're in the same position.
They're not-
They're at, let's say, at 75 points in February. We're at 75 points. We have a cash. Which team would you rather be? Is the fucking Canadiens.
First
as
of
simple
all,
as that.
San Jose
Oh,
is
yeah.
not in a bad position because they're giving him this based on today's market for 2 years down the line where the salary cap is going to be even higher, right? So it was a smart move on San Jose's part. But But this is becoming a problem because if this is the trend that's going to continue to happen,
Just raises the bar, raises the bar.
eventually teams are going to be in a position where they're going to be stuck, right? Like Anaheim was like, they have 2-3 players to sign.
Yeah.
This is where Montreal is going to be in an advantage. Yes, Montreal is going to have to abide by the market too when signing players, but they're also going to be able to step in when that team is going to be in a difficult position.
Sure.
So right now they're sitting pretty. So the work that they did so far before things got crazy is working to their advantage now.
I'm having the statistics for Celebrini and Demidov for last year. So Celebrini 45 goals, 70 assists for 115 points.
Okay.
Demidov rookie season 19 goals, 43 assists.
No, but compare their 2 rookie
62,
seasons.
Yeah, no. So I'm going for the rookie now. Celebrini. Hold on. Total.
You have it here, Brad. Pull it up. Oh, you just have Canadian players.
No,
Your stats.
no, I meant I only had it loaded up for Demidov.
It's in front of you, Pascal.
62 points.
Yeah, so they had the exact same.
Yeah.
Had the exact same amount of points.
Celebrini had 63 points
more or
last
less
year.
the same thing.
Yeah.
So 19 goals,
rookie.
43, and 25 goals and 39 points.
Yeah.
So they had the same. So their rookie seasons were the same, right? So
and they both
That's what I was
finished.
saying.
And they
that's
both,
why. But Demidov could be a better player than Celebrini.
And
We
they
don't know
both
yet.
finished. They both finished second on the rookie.
But that's what I was saying too. Do you expect Demidov to get close to 100 points or hit 100 points or not?
Possible.
It is possible.
But if you had to choose today, are you gonna bank on Celebrini or Demidov? Or even if Demidov is gonna make a little bit less points, you bank on him because of the contract.
But the money wise is worth the value. That's what I'm.
Of course,
Who's
because
Demidov. He's a
steal.
like
Yeah,
I'm,
of
like
course
I'm
he's a
saying.
steal, yeah.
Let's say he does a little bit less than Celebrini, but he's still valuable because of the contract, right? So.
But now if this guy hits 100 points this season,
It's gonna be crazy.
we're gonna be laughing.
It's gonna be
Oh my God, it's gonna be insane.
Hudson, the best contract, and right below Demidov.
By the way, Macklin Celebrini played 70 games instead of.
I forgot to mention that.
Yeah,
Yes, you're right.
Yeah,
Small
you're right.
difference there.
Yes,
You're right.
it's 70
You're
games.
right. That's a good point.
In the
That's a
rookie
good
season,
point.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So his point per game average is higher
Yes.
than
Bit higher,
Demidov.
yeah.
Yeah, Macklin.
Yeah.
He's still better. That's for sure.
Yes.
We're not questioning that right now.
And you
Right now,
probably
it's still-
probably heard that his brother is he's a hell of a player.
It's just a good question. It was a good question. I
yeah,
wanted
it was
to
a
bring
good
it up.
question. It was a very good question.
I was impressed.
It makes you think.
Yeah.
It makes you think. I mean, you're like,
And-
oh, it's easy.
And I don't
but,
think either or would be wrong at this point.
I mean, they're both skilled players.
Let
They're
me
up
just want to close out the chat, then we call it a night, guys. Tom Crotchman will have an advantage in the salary cap structure for the next 7-8 years.
Yes.
He also says just with Hudson and Demidov, let alone all the other contracts on the team. Tim, you're not laughing, shaking in their boots. I think that's from what Habs management is looking at when they saw the contract. GMs. Paul Rand says GMs across the league are cursing Briere Hughes is laughing all to the bank. That's what I would say. They're laughing. Tom Crotchman, the next top prospects coming do not project to be better than Suzuki or Caulfield or Demidov or Hudson, so they should not be asking for silly contracts.
Exactly. I agree with that.
We don't know about Zarowski and Hage. They could be.
Yeah, you never know.
I don't think Hage is gonna be better than Suzuki because
No.
the reason I say that because Suzuki is a complete two-way player and Hage is a different type of centerman. He's bigger. He's more on the boards type of a player. He's a playmaker, but he's not like a Suzuki or Bergeron. No, I don't think so.
$2 billion expansion fee is what the owners want. The existing owners want $2 billion.
The league. So all of the 32 team owners. That's what they want. Their value to buy into a team. Because don't forget, it's a profit sharing, right?
Yeah. Tom Crotchman again. 2 Demidovs or 1 Celebrini.
Exactly.
And
When
8
we
years.
look at it, that's how we have to see
No,
it sometimes.
I don't see
know?
that two demi-dogs.
Yeah.
Because right now, let's see what he does, but they're fairly...
Yeah.
Okay, not fairly close, because let's just see what he does in this season.
When the 18.8 is going to kick in, it's going to be in 2 years, right? So now, or in 1 year, like 2 years, yeah.
Not this season,
year,
the
the
season
following.
after.
So in 2 years.
But Celebrini was playing with who last year and this year? He was playing with what's his name there? Is it Will Smith? Is it Will Smith?
Mm-hmm.
I think you're right.
He had a line mate. Demidov got he played 70 points. Demidov had nobody on his line this year.
So that's
so let's see what he can do.
Yet another rookie.
Yeah. So let's see what he does when he has a player on his line. So this is a good debate.
Yeah.
It's a good question.
And you know what? That's probably why Kapanen was able to score so many goals, because he played with Demidov.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know?
but let's give some credit to him.
Yeah,
He's for a rookie
definitely.
still
Definitely.
He did very well.
Yeah, he did very well.
We're not going to take away from what he did. But yeah.
Okay, Tom Crotchman, in 8 years, I would take Demidov for 8 years and have $8 million left over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike Trick plays. If you had to choose, regardless of salary, obviously Celebrini is the better player.
Yes.
But you're asking which contract is better value? Definitely Demidov all the way. Tom Crotchman, if Celebrini gets injured, that's $18 million out of the lineup. Tom Crotchman again. Demidov on the second line and no new center till trade deadline or later will not score as much as Celebrini did on the top line. Celebrini was on the top line?
Yeah.
When he scored
he's their top line.
I know he's a top line center, but on his rookie, was he on the top line?
Yes.
Yeah. Crotchman, players do not get any of the $2 billion expansion fee. It's split between the owners, I believe.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why they're asking so.
But don't forget, Demidov is not going to be playing as a second line winger or the Canadiens.
You don't think so?
No, he's going to be their top their top player eventually. You think the lines are going to stay?
You think Slav's going to go back
on a Stanley Cup winning team? You think Cole Caulfield's going to be your best player? No. On a Stanley Cup winning team, Cole Caulfield is probably your second line winger, and that's when you know you that means you have players that are ahead of him, and your team is sick. No, eventually, when they're ready to win a cup, the structure is going to be different. Demidov is going to be on that top line.
If ever Demidov goes on the top line, and as an example, Caulfield goes down on a second line, we definitely need size.
Yeah.
Now it's like it's we
but
don't have.
That's just why I'm saying the rebuild is still ongoing for me.
Yeah.
They still have a lot of pieces to add.
Oh, definitely. We're very far to be a Stanley Cup contender.
Exactly.
Just by looking at the Florida Panthers and the Carolina Hurricanes, you look at both teams. Definitely, we're not there yet.
No,
not there yet.
All right, guys. We're going to call it a night. We're going to call it a season. And we'll see you in the new season, all right? Thanks so much for watching and sharing your thoughts within the chat, guys. We appreciate it. We invite you to come back to Checkin Habs in September. And hopefully things will be a little different, a little updated. Then we're looking forward to another season with Checkin Habs.
Go Habs, go.
And you guys enjoy your summer. We'll see you in the new season.
Thank
Have
you
a good
all.
night.
Thank
Cheers.
you. Cheers.